Bang. Bang, bang. I'm ready to rock and roll, Jeffrey. Let's get it, baby.
Yeah.
So, we are the Dankers. Woo! Where do we start tonight?
Well, happy 2023.
Love you,
First
man.
and foremost.
I love you, truly love you.
So it begins.
What's up with your racist hat?
I knew. I had a feeling that was going to be asked.
Are we still doing this?
Is it only? What if
I'm
I
fucking
can?
with you. I love the hat.
Course,
You know I
what
love it.
if I explain it? Does it still make it racist?
Oh, you should explain it.
A little bit.
A little bit. Fair enough. No, it's Lincoln's T-ball team that I coached.
You know, I love my boy Lincoln. You little smiling fool. Lincoln always fucking smiling. It's like his daddy.
My wife is also Native American and she loves it.
Then
so
10-4. Then we fine.
I'm in there then, right?
Hey,
Okay.
hey man, I'm still a Redskins fan. Don't you ain't gotta come to me.
Okay. Listen, nobody was even asked you anything yet, sir. You wait till I introduce you, sir. See, that's the problem.
I got emotional. I got emotional.
All right. God damn it. You can't wait. So first of all, let me bring my guy into the room. It's my boy. It's my brother. This is Jason Smith. All right.
Wagwan.
Jason Smith is Archbishop Carroll's own. All right. He's a lion. You see it on the back of the wall. He's a lion.
Part of the pride, baby.
Jason Smith also went to Michigan. He took an ass whooping when he played at Michigan.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So, but also too, Jason Smith was my everything in high school. He wasn't only the center at a sophomore for the number 7 ranked team in the country, which was the Archbishop Carroll Lions. He was a leader, straight A student. What? Would you ever have a C? Did you ever have a C, motherfucker? Hey, listen, I don't know why you can't let me do my intro, brother. I do this shit. Don't interrupt this.
Coach Ray yelled at my mother because I got a B freshman year.
See, he's one of the overachievers. Anyway, listen, fuck you. Here we go.
Help get him into Michigan.
Listen, this kid is above and beyond mature, above his years. He was a great one of my brothers coming up because he was my voice of reason. Because I was always doing some dumb shit. But then there would be these times when he would be ready to do some dumb shit, and it would be like it's catastrophic. Like my dumb shit would be like knocking out 2 people. His dumb shit would be like, yeah, there might be a bomb planted at a building downtown. And he said, wait a minute, what are you doing? So this is exactly
I like fire. I like fire. I know bombs.
But I brought him in the room. He went to HBCU. He went to Michigan as well. I brought him in the room to really talk about the heritage of Carroll. We just won another championship. Salute. We just won another championship, right?
Yeah, dog.
And I just wanted to share some new shit and just get it cracking. We got a new year, and I just wanted to go right into it. So let's do it.
Yeah, welcome, man. How many years you play at Michigan?
Man, I was only there for 1 year before the team doctor took my arm out the socket.
Yeah,
right.
He told me about that.
And that was a problem that he had before he even got to Michigan too. That was
I mean, that kind of started like junior year in high school. Like I dislocated my shoulder and I had to miss like 2 weeks. And then I legit told the team, I was like, "Hey, that's never gonna happen again, y'all. Like, don't stress." And so the next time it came out, it was like in the game. I just was like, "Hey, what you doing? Can you put my arm back in the socket real quick?" And then he put it back in, and then we kept moving.
And then I did it a couple times too.
Yeah,
I helped him put his arm back too. Right.
So what position?
That happened like 12 times. Then I was at guard because I went to pull and my feet got caught up and I went straight down and my arm just came out.
So he
Yeah.
was playing in high school. He was center too.
Yeah,
He was our star.
I preferred center, but then we got a change in the coaching staff, and they felt like I should be at guard.
I won't even go there.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
be
I'm
right
not.
there.
I'm not. I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Listen. I don't want to even
Good
think about
vibes.
it. I love you, Jason. Salute Jason for being on my show. All right, here we go. Here we go. Listen, guys, I definitely want to cover this fallen player from Buffalo.
Yeah,
That was really crazy. That was I think the first time we ever seen anything like that, huh?
and this sport, for sure. Like crazy enough, that exact thing just happened like a year and a half ago in the Euros. This Bama, Christian Eriksen, he played for
Oh yeah.
Switzerland, I think.
Yeah,
But
there was a soccer match.
yeah,
And it
dog.
just fell out like that.
Yo, I'm talking about he was the best player on the team, so the camera was always on him, right? And they had just taken a shot on goal, and he was about to turn around and start running. His eyes rolled in the back of his head, and then Bama was just down, right?
Yeah, and they stopped the game for that too. I remember that.
Oh hell yeah! But like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
different, right? Because they don't got no ambulance that drives onto the field like for football. So when the med team came out with the little stretcher, they was like, "Fuck that, we gotta fix this dude right here." You know what I'm saying? And they the whole team, like his whole team and everybody, and I think people at the other team like crowded around him and made like a wall barrier, and they took that Bama shirt off and brought him back to life on the field.
Do you think the NFL was too slow on calling the game yesterday?
Hell yeah. I
Because they got a lot
mean,
of heat for that.
you figure, but also I don't know, like everything, it's two different sports, right? Like a stop and play in soccer is normally everybody pays attention to, but like a stop and play in football, people go down and they slow to get up all the time, so they usually give them a moment, like maybe just got the wind knocked out of them type deal.
Right,
But
right,
if people on the field are responding in a certain manner, then action need to be taken.
right. Definitely. Well, and it kind of seemed like the NFL was assessing it, waiting to really see, maybe get word from what was actually going on. But it was pretty obvious from definitely the other players and the people on the field that shit was serious.
Yeah,
Well,
dog.
I think the biggest thing for me was just to really realize how well of a job the NFL did with like helping these guys, with the protocol they have for fucking everything.
Well,
This detriment like
I was
that.
looking it up earlier. There's only been one player in the NFL to die like on the field.
Hmm.
That was in 1971. It was a receiver for the Lions, and he had a blood clot. Like he did a play, got up into the huddle, boom, hit the ground, blood clot. He died later, but they claimed it to be the only guy ever to happen on the field. So
In a
a lot of
game.
people were thinking, yeah, in a game, yep. And a lot of
Right.
people were
Right,
thinking that last
right.
night, and thankfully, that's not the case. Hopefully,
Well, let me say this. So I saw today that they have this thing where they practice protocol for this type of thing
almost definitely.
in the NFL. Like at each stadium, they go through drills and shit, right?
Yeah, it's emergency management.
Yeah, but also too, like for them to recognize, okay, his heart stopped, he's not doing this and that, and then to get it back in together. Like the biggest thing for me is like I'm so fucking happy this guy's alive right now, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I don't care. I'm gonna use my show.
no, but
I'm happy that this guy is with us, man. Like,
For sure.
and I think we have to give the NFL a lot of fucking credit because they were even talking about the protocol. They never had nothing happen like this. So the protocol of how they dealt with this was amazing, from how they didn't want to rush people out of the stadium. So they didn't announce it. They let people leave on their own.
Right.
They got cold. There was nothing to see. They started to disperse. Like they talked about, like if you watch on ESPN and the whole nine, they talked about how like there was a strategy to this. They were ready. And I'm like, yo, this was a good job by the NFL. What do you think? Do you think it was a good job or what?
First and foremost, but please go ahead.
they saved the dude's life, right? And at least in the meantime.
Well,
So,
I don't even mean like the medical team was like, of course, like those guys are on point. And Jason, you know what the medical staff looks like in Michigan. I know it looks like it at Wake Forest. Like they're all over you. You know what I mean? Like they're everywhere. But just that in the NFL, they have a whole nother level of, you know, people to take care of these athletes. There's different staff. So I watched a meeting where they all come together at the beginning of a game. Referees, medical staff, time clock people, first responders, they all come together at the beginning of a game and they identify themselves. So there's a guy from the NFL, he goes on the list. First responders, us. Okay, so what do you got? You know, so
where you stationed?
100%.
No, for any.
And we saw it. It was at its highest level. They saved that man's fucking life before he left that field. And man, salute to the NFL, man, for being on point with that shit, man. I'm glad that man's here. Bottom fucking line, bro.
When power of the internet, because he had a toy drive that was only 2 years old. Right, only 2 seasons he's done it, and that shit just through the roof. 4 million in donations, like within 24 hours.
We're talking about humanity.
That shit's dope.
I'm talking about humanity.
I mean,
humanity. Real
tough.
people, bro.
You
stepped up and was like, "Yo, fuck that, man. Let's donate."
He had to take a big step to get that, though.
Huh?
I said he had to take a big step to get that, though.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
This country thrives on chaos.
Absolutely. Constantly. It's bored without it.
It was unfortunate because I looked at a bunch of players that reality setting for a lot of guys. You know, like,
oh hell yeah.
When you playing ball like that, man, here's the funny thing. When we went to high school, Carroll High School, we had a lot of popularity and we could do a lot. And we could, people wanted to go to our school. But the responsibility of maintaining a proper image and staying out of trouble was very important. This guy, man, he exceeded like what people knew about him and surrounded him. What people knew about this dude was real. He was really about the shit. Like he was really about the people. He was really about the cause. And thank God we did step up and we made amazing things happen. They made amazing things happen for this guy. And he's on his back. And hopefully, man, he can get up and realize that he was loved enough while he was down that people raised $3 fucking million to his toy drive. Chasing M's.
Yep.
Chasing M's is his cause. What's the name of it? Chasing M's.
I tell you what, to put a little sprinkle of joy on it, like the dude Erickson I was talking about, like he's back playing professional sports. You know what I'm saying? He plays for Manchester United now, so he's back playing at a high level. So definitely, if he can turn that corner, he can get back.
Well, I think this guy's gonna be. I think this guy's gonna be fine.
24 years old.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Let me say this. The NFL, when he got to the hospital, when they got this guy to the hospital, they already had professionals from all over the country, from major heart and trauma centers.
Hell yeah.
Already researching and coming together. So they cooled him.
Right.
They said that if you have if your heart stops and there's no oxygen to the brain, then usually there's brain damage, right, for a period of time. Now, I don't know. They had him back up on his feet pretty quick, right? So they say, not so they say, but they're saying that they were able to get him back on his feet.
Right, his levels are stable.
Exactly. So, and then they're seeing brain functions that are pretty good.
Yeah, he's
right?
not breathing on his own yet.
Yeah, right.
That's for precautionary reasons.
Yeah, but that's because they have to cool him. So the lady said they have to cool when the brain goes through trauma, they cool you, and then they kind of thaw you out, and then it brings you back. But the level of fucking shit they even said in the ESPN reporting of how they go through this thing, they said that they actually practice this for the season. They practice each individual scenario. So I gotta say salute to the NFL for saving this guy's fucking life.
Do you think the NFL does enough for CTE? What about do you think so, Jason? Do you think they do enough for CTE?
I look at it like this, man. Like, this is the only sport where you literally crashing heads on purpose over and over and over and over and over again. Like, some things science ain't gonna fix, yo. Like, you know what I mean?
Fair.
Like,
Fair.
I don't know if I want to.
You know what you're getting into. You know what you're getting into. It's like a boxer. Like, what you gonna stop boxing because you get hit in the face, or they gonna change the rules? Like, this is part of the gladiator aspect. Like, I'm glad they're paying attention to it more. I'm glad they're paying attention to it more.
Listen.
Is there insurance? Is there insurance after the league good enough to take care of the CTE?
It's not. It's not about.
I don't.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand something. You gotta understand something. I have to say because like Jason went to Michigan, right? And then he ended up injured. I went to college and I played ball. But Jason truly bought into the mindset of where we were in high school. You know, he went to Michigan and he ended up having a transfer. Long story short, Jason is sold out to a certain mind state of what he knows, right? And when we grew up, it was one thing. It was how you thought about football, how you executed football. And that was it. And it was savage. It was a savage mind state. And you knew whatever came with this shit came with this shit.
Pretty much.
Hey, listen, we had a fullback named Sherman who didn't have a fucking eye our freshman year. Remember Sherman?
I do. Bama looked like Bushwick. That Bama looked like Bushwick Bill, dog.
He didn't have he only had one eye.
At some point, though, that mind frame switches when you're in the NFL and you know you got family to protect.
Hold up.
It definitely becomes.
And you're more mature, not as reckless.
Listen, what I'm saying to you is that football is not a fucking thing that you can really understand. It's every individual's therapy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
for sure.
You hear that often,
right?
With all the sports, really.
So when you go into your cocoon of who you are playing football, and I only mention that shit about where he played at and where he came from is because we were taught such a fucking savage mind state in high school. It was savage. It wasn't a whole lot of emotions. It was really fucking execution. It was real shit.
I look at it like this: when they had the who had it? The Panthers, when they had the hit list.
The Saints.
Was it the Saints?
Sean Payton, yeah.
Right, but he did it everywhere he went, right?
Oh, of course.
No, it was Greg Williams. It was Greg Williams who was doing it.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. And when that thing was in the news, I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, that was like my whole life.
Yeah, probably a lot of teams did that, I'm sure.
We walk into the locker room on Monday and it'd be 3 numbers on the door.
Don't do that.
Hey,
don't do that.
It can't be that bad.
Jason, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just saying that what I'm saying, where he's coming from.
Savage, got it.
Shut up. He's thinking from a place of where we come from.
Death and only death.
You son of a bitch. Listen.
Hey, but that's part of the game. I've been in high school locker rooms. I mean, I played through high school.
What I'm saying
I didn't do shit in high school.
No.
I saw from the good players.
What I'm saying is this. Where we played football in high school, it wasn't a whole lot of emotional bullshit with it. It was war and it was nothing else.
Right.
That's all it fucking was. And I'm sorry to tell you that shit.
That's fine.
But we didn't think about war or nothing else.
But it's not all about that.
And it's not. But what I'm saying is this. We know that tragedies happen. when we played football in high school, there were kids that played against us that dropped on the field and laid there for a long time.
I do apologize for some of those.
And we never gave a fuck. We never cared, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that when Jason says, hey, you know, very unfortunate this man passed away on the field, but you never know what's going to happen out there. It's war. And here's the thing. Bart Scott made up a great point that I thought was fucking unreal. Bart Scott said maybe the NFL should start to evaluate offensive players who use their heads to get lower and to propel a defender forward. And they think that him hitting him in the chest is what caused that.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, but you can see that all the way around, even with the face mask. I can still, as an offensive player, I can stiff arm you right in your face. You can't touch my face. His hands are the face, right? Automatically. But I can stiff arm the shit out of your face mask. It's all because of offense brings in the dollars.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this just happened.
Yeah, no, I mean, this
Like
situation.
I hear Jason talking, and if you let Jason go too far, he go too far. And I'm just like, yo.
That's what I want.
No, I don't. And this is just something that happened. And it's so unfortunate that it just fucking happened. But this is war. And how do we get back to it from here?
Well, so I heard some doctors with all of this. What started the cardiac arrest is at the perfect point of the heart getting ready to charge up and take a beat, like he got hit with traumatic injury or trauma right to the chest. And that's what can
beat.
Yeah, so that's what fucks it up. But you got to imagine that shit's probably should happen more in the NFL. These guys are hitting all the damn time.
Did you really hear that?
Yeah, no, seriously. It's right when it's about to charge up and make a beat and it's pulsing.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's
boom.
what Bart Scott was saying.
But you think that would happen more often.
That's the whole purpose, though. That's how that's how that goes. Like, that's the whole purpose of a pacemaker, right? Like,
right.
For people who that happens without the injury, the pacemaker is there to kind of keep it on pace. Pardon the pun.
But in the NFL, that shit should be happening
every fucking every Dalvin Cook moment. But every Dalvin Cook moment, because Dalvin Cook is the best at ending with this little.
It's the right angle, the right timing, everything, right? And that's insane to think about those odds when you're smacking every fucking day in practice. That's just insane, to be honest. How it doesn't happen more often, really, thankfully. I mean, I feel like this year though, guys have gotten way more head injuries. Like, guys are woozy all the time out there now. Like, you see that one on the Patriots where Parker had to call timeout because one of his dudes was trying to line up and he couldn't. And nobody saw it but him, and he's like, fucking
receivers
come on, Rev. Like,
his teammate was going crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like guys have gotten way woozier this year than I've ever seen before. It's kind of a trip.
That fucking listen, I hope this guy's going to be okay, and I hope that he can possibly
be ready by next season. Really?
Hell fucking yeah. And I know he wants that.
Yeah,
that guy wants that shit, and I'm hoping that they keeping him. What's up?
Is he talking? Like, is he?
I mean, I don't know.
Last I heard,
I haven't heard none of that.
They had a breathing tube in him, and he was asleep on
purpose.
But
I think they're doing the cooling. What I was hearing from ESPN, they're doing the cooling process on him right now. That if he has any fucking brain damage, if they can cool his brain down and drop the swelling in his brain, then possibly he would never have any fucking kind of brain damage at all.
Yeah, and I think when they control your breathing and they allow, like,
hell yeah,
they're able to give you the perfect amount of oxygen. Your body doesn't have to worry about it. I think he's medically induced breathing too, but not that he needs it, but just probably make situations a little bit easier. I mean, shout out to him and his family. Nothing but prayers. I mean,
absolutely, absolutely.
Now, like, and I hate to be the asshole to ask this question, but like, what does the NFL do? You know, like,
well, what?
Like, so it's just like a off the record game. Like, you don't give a record. How do you do that? How do you go about that?
Give me 1 second, because I don't fucking know. You guys talk about it.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate that. He said, I don't know, so I'm out. Not like,
Wow.
what do you think the NFL should do?
I don't even know, dude, because it's like I said, like without taking away what the NFL is, there's always going to be that high risk, right? Like, I mean, the thing that's crazy about when I was comparing it to the Erickson thing, like in my mind, I was sitting here thinking, like, man, like Erickson was up. I don't know that day or the day after, right? Like he was verbal. He
Right.
was his wife was there. Everybody was, but he didn't have 40 pounds of equipment to get off of his body before, you know what I'm saying, he could even get real attention. So it just is what it is, you know what I mean? Like you got to think he's in a good place right now. And
Do you
and
think the NFL reschedules the game? They make it up somehow, or they count it, don't give it towards the records?
that's a tough one, right? Because
It's hard. I have no idea. I've been thinking about it all damn day on how they do it, and I know that
right,
they're not playing this week, but
right. But I'm like, they're in, like, Bills are way too far in the hunt, you know what I'm saying? For
same with
them.
Cincinnati.
Right. So
They're both going for the number 1 seed, I think.
Well, I look at it and I think about, like, first I looked at how can we extend the week? But we're running right into it. So what? Today is Tuesday.
Well, they're not. They already said they're not playing this week.
I get that. But then we got to run into a fucking wild card weekend really soon.
right.
Right after this one. Basically, right? I don't know what they do, and I think that they're scrambling right now too. It's tough.
I don't know.
If the game is that important, make it a wild card game, right? Because both of them are ranked high enough to where they might not.
They won't be
right.
wild card.
They would have a bye that week anyway.
Do you think the players are gonna be happy about that?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Like, fuck. They're supposed to be playing this week. God damn it.
Right. Like, man, I'm trying to ice this
And
ankle.
listen,
That's tough.
it is.
Or you just don't count it towards the record at all, and you shuffle the playoffs.
Well, they was trying to say it was going to be a tie. They were, trying to keep that tie.
Okay, I mean,
shit
that's
around.
a cool way to do it, I guess. Because it was what, like 7-3.
Hey, listen, listen. I'm all about this man living.
Yeah, of course.
But I ain't about no ties. I ain't about no goddamn ties, blood. Sorry. We got to play this out. They got to find a way. I don't give a fuck if they go next Tuesday night and bang this shit out and get it done.
I know that.
I don't care.
All the fantasy websites are in fucking shambles because this is championship week in fantasy, and
now,
Josh Allen and Burrow is.
Hey, listen, it's a motherfucker right now who's never won his fantasy league, and he's right.
No, yeah, and Joe Burrow needed 10 more fucking points, and he's just like.
So wait, would y'all want the game to start where it stopped?
Now here we go. Here we go. My notes.
So
son of a bitches.
Baseball already prepares for this. Baseball has shit in order
tell
for this.
Tell me what baseball does.
If it's over a certain inning, like the 5th inning, and there's a rain delay or some catastrophic thing, they count it as whoever was winning. If it's before, then they pick it up exactly where it left off at their next convenience, even if that's a month away.
Right.
So if it's in the third inning, and there's a rain now or something happens, they'll cancel it, and then they'll pick up 3rd inning, whether there's 1 out, 2 outs, they'll pick up right where they left off.
But they hit different too, right? Because they'll play 2 games in a row.
Yeah, they'll put 3 or 4.
Come on, that's great.
And they're playing about 5 in a week. And obviously, of course, it's a little bit easier to pick up and go with baseball. Everyone knows that. That's pretty obvious. It's not like football where you really need that week off to fucking prepare your body. Like that, obviously, that's way different. But
I don't know.
Like I say, if it's after halftime, you just count it as where the score is, and that's it. If it's before halftime, you restart. I don't know. Fuck, I have no idea. That's tough. I would hate to be the NFL in this situation because obviously you want to look out for DeMar and his family and all that, and
we might have to defer to like Madden tournament rules or something. Like what happens when like a power outage happens, and do we restart? Do we take it as it was? Got to keep it moving.
Yeah, that's not an easy situation to be in.
No, it's not.
And if it was like a shitty game, if it was like Houston versus the Colts or something, where it didn't
Oh,
really mean much, throw them both a
it
tie,
would just be a tie, right?
yeah, and then move on. But the fact that it's a very important game, like, and both those teams have to gear up to play again on Sunday for the last week of the season. So I don't know what they're doing right now.
True.
Especially the Bills. I mean, that whole team is.
Oh, they're going to be on an emotional high for sure.
Oh yeah, but then it's like a situation where you don't want to get hurt out there because the last week of the season doesn't mean anything. But whoever they play next week, they're fucking them up.
And that one, I mean,
regardless of who's playing,
I think it will be an emotional high more than anything.
Yeah,
that's what I think it will be.
Yeah,
but I think that where do we fucking fit this in the schedule? That's the bottom line.
I mean,
it has to be fit in the schedule. You cannot. That's why it took so long to cancel this game, because they were like, "Yo, we have to cancel this game." But where do we put this?
Can you guys even recall a time where a game has been canceled mid-game?
Hell no.
No.
I was trying to think of this too the other day.
Not even for like weather. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Yeah, they would just go in the locker room for a while.
Yeah.
Come back out.
You sit down for weather, and then boom, these guys strategically escorted the fans out without even saying anything. The game was just cold.
I mean, I can kind of see why. Like, yeah, it's cold, and also it's like they
didn't want to riot.
Sure, they also weren't quite sure like what condition dude was in. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely weren't saying he was stable that whole first night. It was like critical condition, critical under observation. So
yeah, and CPR on the field, like that, a lot of the camera angles showed that, and I know a lot of fans probably saw that.
Right.
Shit.
Little kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Bear with me.
Is it cold?
I don't know how to put our heaters.
They're coming and going.
All right.
What other offers did you have in college? You went to Michigan, but what other schools were looking at you?
So I like I said, we had a change in coaching staff after our sophomore year. So I kind of made my own highlight tape. I didn't rely on my school. I applied to 5 schools and sent my own highlight tape to Michigan. Then I just did Howard because I was like, I can stay home if need be. Then I did Morehouse, FAM, and USC. And I actually got a partial scholarship to USC and a full ride to FAM. But I was already a Wolverines fan. Like, it didn't really matter, right? Like, when the offensive lineman coach called my house, I was like, oh, okay, that's a wrap. I was
hard to pass that up. So did they offer you a full ride?
No. So what happened was I was a preferred walk-on, right? Like they had already dished out all their stuff. I guess by the time I got my stuff to them, it was late. So I went in and just walked on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't give a fuck. I actually, Marcus thinks differently of me. Like, I really didn't have any aspirations of playing football after high school. Like, football was, like he said, therapy for me, right? Like, I was allowed to hit people and I didn't get in trouble. I was like, what? Okay. Right. Greg Lloyd, he was a linebacker for the Steelers. This dude was like my idol. When they were in the Super Bowl, he did an interview. He was like, every day before a game, I start a fight with my argument. I start a fight with my wife, and I keep that argument in my head throughout the game.
He just goes and smacking fools.
And yeah, and he would go to the game angry and work out his aggression there. And I was like, okay. So any pinned up things I had in my brain, I was like, okay, Who? What number are you? Okay, that's you today. It was kind of like Waterboy. Like
that's
you
that's
just you
dope.
just see you just see what was bothering you in front of you, and you take care of it.
And then you're self-made to Michigan. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, man.
Creating your own fucking highlight tape to get there. That's sick.
It
So I
was
wanted to
crazy.
go on since we're in Michigan. I want to go into with the BCS, man. Start and go right into it.
Let's start off with the Michigan game. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
how were you feeling going into that game?
I mean, I was pretty amped, right? Like,
Like confident though, or
no, 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 no. I mean,
okay,
it's weird. There's always confidence, but then there's always that reality of like, any given day, anybody can win. So,
right?
which Michigan was going to show up? And first half, I was like, oh, wrong Michigan showed up. So
It turned out to be a hell of a game though.
it was dope. It was so dope. Like they definitely made it interesting. I mean, my I licked my wounds because Ohio State lost. So I was like, okay, well, you know,
Wow.
Softens the loss a little bit.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
that's
yeah,
fair. That's fair.
that's
yeah,
your feelings on
That's
how.
fair.
Well,
yeah,
listen.
yeah.
Um, you guys got to stop measuring everything by that bullshit. Like, yeah, like you guys
Hey,
do that.
I
I
feel
do
it
that.
though because I'm a
I do that
Giants
with-
fan and I fucking hate the Dodgers.
There
And
you
when
go.
they lose in the World Series, I'm happy as shit.
There you go. Like
Well,
I'm a Redskins fan, right? So we ain't been coming by wins real easily. So I get more joy from a Cowboy loss.
but listen, I'm gonna tell you what. McCarthy, he did his best out there. He really dug in. But listen, that TCU team is a
Strong, just
they
strong.
dogs.
They just strong, bro.
They big, they fast as shit,
Fucking Texas,
and they
bro.
are fucking dogs.
Are they getting past Georgia?
Yo, I'm telling you what. Go ahead. Let me ask you. You tell me.
It's gonna be hot.
Jason, tell me.
It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. I Georgia looked like they was gonna stumble anyway, so I don't even know.
Stumble to who?
No, yeah, they were getting their ass whooped by Ohio State, and they came
Yeah.
back at the fucking at the end.
But
But
yeah,
so we're in a gambling state here in Reno, right? A whole lot of gambling going on. I could
Gambling.
go down the street and place, my mortgage.
I
on
guarantee it's two of
TCU
our
tomorrow,
friends right now who got 3 games betting on right now. I guarantee it.
The spread on that game is 12.5 for Georgia. Minus 12.5 in a national championship game. God, I
don't know
see
about
Georgia
that.
winning, but I don't think it'll be 12. I think it'll be
Nah.
like 8, 7. I think Georgia wins that game though, personally. But
you know what? I think it actually might even be the fuckery and be like 11.
yeah, oh yeah, I could see that for sure. 10 points or 12. We're sitting right at there. Yeah, of course. When there's too much fucking money involved for not to
So
believe
let me
that.
ask you a question.
For sure.
How do you think Georgia? Do you think Georgia's going to win this game?
I mean, if they can throw the ball, you know what I'm saying. But TC, that defense, dog.
I think it's 34-17 Georgia.
Ooh.
So I'm going with. I think they cover that spread.
Really think that?
I think so. I think Georgia really got surprised last week with their defense, but I don't think that they let it happen again. TCU does not have an Ohio State offense.
That's true.
So if they were able to get
Whoa.
back on that,
Wait a minute.
No,
Wait a
no.
fucking minute, bro.
We're not
You
saying
guys
they're
out of
not
your
talented.
fucking. What are you talking about? Yeah, you agree with that?
Yeah, because it's fact.
I didn't
It's
say they're
what?
not. I didn't say they're not talented.
No, yeah, of course not. I mean, that quarterback is fucking putting the team on his back. He's balling, but they don't have an Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. and C.J. Stroud. The offense is way better.
Listen. Their offensive coordinator and the schemes that he's dialing up at TCU are fucking phenomenal.
Ohio State.
These are the sickest schemes you've ever seen in your life, bro.
Ohio State probably has the best offense in the playoffs. Then second, Georgia. To me,
Are you crazy?
Nah,
Do you know what you're watching?
Georgia's definitely the hot. I mean, they went undefeated, dog.
I mean, true, but as far as like light up the score. It's always Ohio State's always been known for that.
Did you watch the Baylor TCU game?
Yeah, and that shit ended 17-13.
Was it a war? It was a war.
Yeah, but I'm talking about offense. If Georgia can come back on Ohio State's offense, I don't think that they're going to be too worried about
Bro,
TCU's offense.
what I'm saying is that did you see the schemes in that game? The schemes in that game were phenomenal of how they were trying to get the ball down the field, how fucking Baylor was stopping them. It was a phenomenal game. It seemed like a fucking UFC fight.
the Georgia coach, he coached a hell of a game against Ohio State because Ohio State in the fourth quarter, and they ran or maybe late third, they ran a fake punt, and he called the timeout. Fucking perfect timing to stop. The fake punt went for a first down, and they called the timeout.
Georgia's only averaged 77 yards allowed rushing.
I mean, their defense is.
That's disgusting, dog. Like,
yeah.
Listen, I don't take anything away from Georgia, but after watching them play that first game against Ohio State, listen, Ohio State does not have the fucking athletes.
But it don't matter. Ohio State lives in the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you so used to be playing on at the top, right, in bowl games and shit like that, it loses that. It's just another fucking day at work. You know what I'm saying? It loses that glitz and glamour of, oh my God, I can't believe I made it to a bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Ohio State is just another what they collect? Golden Buckeyes or some shit. Every time they win a championship. So it's like, I don't know.
No, listen.
And in this day and age, I feel like Georgia has been to the big show more than TCU, so they should have.
Definitely.
In theory, they should have less jitters, and that's usually a big factor.
And the quarterback for Georgia, he won it last year.
Listen, what I'm saying is that if you're watching the schemes of these guys, this coach is phenomenal. The way they throwing this shit around, it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. A fucking head busting.
They're not putting 51 on.
Let me
Georgia.
ask you this fucking question. Since we going here, fuck all of you motherfuckers. Let's get real.
He feels cornered.
I do, you motherfucker. And listen, let me ask you this.
Breathe.
Listen, I'm not breathing. Don't tell me to take a breather. And this is why. This is what I'm saying. This is why. This is why when I was in high school and I would lose my mind, he'd be like, "Hey,
you better fucking listen." Then
they would send people. They would send him. People would send him to go find me to start me. Anyway, fuck all that. Listen, let me ask you a question. Could Ohio State beat TCU?
Yeah.
No.
In a bowl game? In a bowl game? In a bowl game?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good question.
Let me rephrase it.
That's what I was going to say next.
I wanted to rephrase it.
Okay. Well, you said
all right.
Rephrase it first.
Don't fuck me for my people.
Just go. Just say the first question.
Bastard. Listen, so if they had to play first, what do you think would have happened? If they had to play first?
In the bowl game?
Yeah.
Ohio State would be playing in the national championship.
Oh, you think Ohio State would be TCU?
Yeah.
You think that too?
Yep, because they don't have. I don't think they have the offense to come back like Georgia does. I don't think they have their defense is probably the best in the bowl. I mean, Georgia's up there too, but Michigan. I can't leave Michigan out on that. That's tough to rank the defenses, but
true.
I don't think that their offense is. They're probably third in offense if you ranked all the bowl teams.
Let me ask you about TCU's defense. What kind of hell do you think they would have murdered on that motherfucking quarterback from fucking Ohio State, boy?
If your defense is always out there, it's just going to get tired, man.
Yeah.
I'm asking you a question. Where do you think that defense would have stood with that goddamn offense, man?
For the first half, great. They would have banded for the first half and then broke for the second. But at the same time, Jason asked a perfect question. He asked a perfect question. In a bowl game, anything can fucking happen. Like, yeah, of course, any team could be any team in a bowl game. All four of those teams could lose in a bowl game.
I mean, Georgia won by 1 point.
Right.
Luckily, it's not like they blew Ohio State out.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that way.
I think it's great for college football to have TCU in there, though. I think it's great for college football.
Oh yeah. I think it's major to have them in there. But what I'm saying is that I saw a lot of intricacies to TCU's offense. Like when they felt like they couldn't lean on their quarterback that much, they did other shit. They did little fucking shuttle passes, and they did fucking screens. They did read options. It was amazing. Whoever their offensive coordinator is, he's an amazing guy. And so I just didn't see Ohio State from my perspective. I thought from Georgia, I thought Georgia just fucking froze up. We didn't see the traditional Georgia team play against Ohio State. We did not see that shit, bro.
And they came back and won it.
Right.
Like that's they didn't give a fuck and they won anyways. Like imagine if they really fucking focused. It's just a wrap to me. I love TCU.
Sometimes you need that wake up call.
And they got past the wake up call, which is insane. So if they really read that wake up call, it's probably a wrap for TCU, to be honest.
Nah, but
let's move.
I mean, I don't want to say it's a wrap. It's going to be dark. It's going to be a battle.
34-17.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it then. If we get ready to do it, let's do it. I'm ready.
I said my shit.
What you got? What's your prediction, Jake? Get your book out. Jeff keeps all the fucking books. Hey, yo,
Facebook Live. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Yeah, you can catch us there live. We always post before we go live, so you're all well aware.
Make Jason Smith now.
I'm feeling the 10-point fuckery. 31-21.
Yep, and they don't cover the spread. Georgia, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
31-21.
I'm saying 34-17.
Saying 34-17. You're saying 34-17.
And I think 2.5 touchdowns from Georgia comes in the second half.
Ooh.
I think that's close. I think it's a close first half to feel each other out, heavyweights, and then Georgia pulls away.
28-14.
28-14.
Ooh.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take. Oh, man.
You feeling fancy, huh?
For college football, I hope that happens. I just don't think it will. Well, let me get back to, before we move on for college football.
You know it. Motherfucker.
Let's get back to Michigan. You think Harbaugh's out of there?
I don't know. I'm surprised he stayed this long. Mayday. I'm surprised he stayed this long, to be honest.
True. I agree.
Hey, listen.
It surprised me too.
Do you really I don't know if is Harbaugh is he that guy?
I think to me personally, he's a good non-championship coach.
Yeah. He's a guy that gets you ready for the guy.
What the fuck is that?
He's a guy that gets you ready for the guy. He's the prerequisite guy.
A solid coach that gets you a lot of wins, but he can't win the big game.
So what? That makes him a head coach. What about old boy from Ohio State? He's they're vetting him too.
Yeah, but Harbaugh's got a little bit more,
His name. Let's just say it. Don't fuck around.
His name, of course. Yeah, he played in the NFL, and he coached in the NFL, went to the Super Bowl in the NFL. Yeah, his name, of course.
I mean, he's a Michigan guy.
Is he still doing when he first came to Michigan? Remember, he was flying guys out to Venice to do their training camps and shit, like in Italy.
No.
Is he still doing that? Is he still doing that?
I doubt that.
That was a big.
Yeah, he's doing it. What? He does it every year.
That was the biggest thing that he was doing.
Yeah,
people to come to Michigan.
He does.
Right?
No. He just takes the team over to Italy.
Right, but of course, it's a selling point.
Yeah, but that's not. Once they're all in, then he does that shit, and then Juwan Howard does it too. Juwan Howard does it with the basketball team too. They also take them guys overseas and do some cool shit, and that's just a part of the process of just development of young men. What I'm saying is that
I was just curious if he's still doing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they just did it last year and they get ready to do it again. Yeah.
Just go somewhere crazy.
100%. And that's just dope shit you get with putting that uniform on. Yeah. But I want to just know, how do you think he would fare? Do we just think that they give him this job they say the Ohio State coaches. I think he's a little more proven in his time. Quickly, pop, pop, pop. I love Harbaugh. What do you think, though?
Say bop, bop, bop.
Don't pop on, pop, pop, pop. Don't claim my shit.
I mean, Denver is probably the best option available.
Denver need help.
Well, I mean, sometimes a coach in a mind frame in a system works, and
Yeah.
Denver is probably the best option as far as roster is concerned. That defense is super good and young, and I mean, yeah, you got to work out fucking Mr. Russell Wilson, but Mr. High Knees a mile high.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk about that shit.
But that's the best job available if he's going to go to the NFL. What other job is that's available that's going to be worth it?
I think that's the best.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It will be the equivalent of his brother having the Baltimore Ravens. Got to do it.
Yep.
Look at you. He had to go pee. No, I think it will be the equivalent of his brother at the Baltimore Ravens, right? I think those are the two high level jobs right now in football. They're consistent teams. They're always vying for something, and they've kind of taken a dip with this guy, Russell Wilson. They've taken a huge fucking dip with him.
Well, I mean, didn't his brother win with Dilfer?
What? Doing with Trent Dilfer what? A little bit?
No, wasn't he the Super? Didn't they win the Super Bowl with Ray? What was that? 2000?
I thought it was Flacco. No, Trent went first. Trent was up first, and then you're right. Trent, and then
because I remember I was in Atlanta when the whole Ray
the
Lewis
Shannon
song.
Sharp era was Flacco, and then Trent Dilfer was. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But I'm simply saying, like, I think that he would be a great fit in Denver. I think he'd be a pretty cool fit in Denver.
Yeah, man. He might even bring Wilson back to life.
I don't think that guy has it left.
You don't think it's possible?
Wilson.
I mean, he's had a stellar career. You know
No. He has. Don't get me wrong. I think it's over.
Yeah.
I think it's over. I don't think that there's no coming back to that. I think that sometimes when it's done, and that's it. And I don't think he stands a real chance.
And they are paying him till like 2028. But I don't know. Like back in the day, you used to hear in Seattle, like he'd have these little pop quizzes for his receivers, making sure their game's on point. All this little cute shit. But now I've heard reports that you have to reach out to his manager in order to talk to him or meet with him. That shit's weird.
Well, you know what? I don't think that. I think a lot of times a lot of people try to sell you on a bunch of shit that ain't real. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I really believe that shit.
Yeah,
like when you really handle your business, you really handle your business. Like if you look at a guy like Diggs from the Buffalo Bills, I know how he trained. I know where he come from. I know what he made from. He really trained, and when you see him catch a football, it's legitimate.
Maybe Sierra don't like Colorado.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, the right coach, the right scheme, they can put that fool back together because he was protected in Seattle by Pete Carroll. He can be protected again. He's a good look. He's a good image, and he's about a 65% NFL quarterback right now.
Wait, did you just
and
say
I don't know how
washed
long
up?
he made? Huh?
Did you literally just say he was washed up like 90 seconds ago?
I just said he was a 65% fucking quarterback in the NFL. I think he's just 65% of a quarterback in the NFL. That's pretty washed up. I mean, that's pretty like borderline to me to hold a team together.
I mean, yeah.
He can hold the team together.
You know the Redskins won a Super Bowl with Mark Rippon, right?
Listen, let me tell you something. Mark Rippon, you dog shit. Listen, first of all, Mark Rippon had the posse.
Yeah, this is very, very true.
Mark Rippon had the posse. Hey, listen, don't do me like, listen, don't try my fucking history. Mark Rippon had the posse. Not only did Mark Rippon have the posse, he had Mitchell returning kicks, okay? Not only that, he had Ricky Irvins at running back. That was a solid fucking team. Darrell Green at DB. He had Alvin Walters Yeah, Alvin Walton at safety. Yo, that was a hell of a DC team. We're talking about a guy who has bits and pieces. Mark Ripken already. Yo, those wide receivers told Mark Ripken what to do. He does. Russell Wilson doesn't have that at fucking Denver, and they don't believe in that guy.
Sounds like he has a business manager. Jesus.
And that's what we're saying. Like, I think there can be a different culture in there with Harbaugh. I think there could be a different culture, but you got to get rid of that quarterback. He's not going to work with Harbaugh.
They can't.
Sorry.
They can't get rid of him. How do you get rid of him? You fucking buy him out. That's a hard L to swallow on that one.
Throw him the backup. Make him want to leave.
How long does that work?
Making hella money as a backup?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at some point his ego's got to set in. I would hope.
I think that's what's fucked him up.
Well, let me go through because we're going too far. Let me go through the Under Armour All-American game first, and then I want to answer to NFL, and then we can talk about all of this real quick because I think that what's happened with this situation last night has really derailed everything. How we look at everything and where we see it going. So we really have to I'm gonna give it a second to air out real quick before we're talking about, and then go into Under Armour, and then come back and give NFL another shot.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right, cool. So listen, I watched so this is the Dank Dads, man. Tell me where you at, Jeffrey.
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, we're just doing Dank Dad shit all the fucking time. 2023. I've already created the hashtag. It's the year of the Dank Dad.
Hey, listen, you see this new sweatshirt?
It's the year of the fucking Dank Dad.
The new sweatshirts, the new merchandise.
With the logo on the
fuck
back.
out of here. Thank you, our wives. God damn you. Yes. Don't worry about it.
Shout out to the wives.
We're going to cover up them boobies.
I just got a titty. That's all I got.
Yeah, we're going to cover them things up with this Dank Dad shit. Don't worry.
Yeah. We're 2023 about to fucking take over the city of Reno, Nevada. I don't know if you ever made it out this way.
It will.
But
I've never been to Nevada. I've been to California, was in an earthquake, and went home.
Help him out first of all, how to pronounce this shit.
It's all right.
No, help them boy out. Help them out.
We're used to it.
Nevada?
We can't.
Nevada?
It's Nevada.
Yeah.
Nevada?
We just skip through it.
Shit get real. Shit gets real out here. I used to do the same thing, bro.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Stomp me in the throat. But anyway, listen. I just want to salute to Nick Harbor from Archbishop Carroll High School. Ballin'. Listen. Nick Harbor is an amazing athlete from this All-American game, all right? Nick Harbor and also Coach Rob Harris from Archbishop Carroll is also coaching in the game, Under Armour All-American game. There's a kid named Zachary Branch. Zachary Branch is from Bishop Gorman,
which is Vegas.
He might be the most savage fucking kick return I've ever seen in my life, bro. This Under Armour game was so amazing. These kids are so skilled. But let me tell you something about Nick Harbor from Archbishop Carroll High School. Nick Harbor is 6'6", 240, tight end / wide receiver / DN, runs a 10-200 meters. Wait a minute. But what I don't want anybody to get misconstrued about Carroll High School football history, we've been running them kind of track times. We've been had them kind of athletes. Clement Stokes. #1 running back in the country. Didn't have to practice. Could run a 10-200 meters at any given time. Jamal Williams. NFL Hall of Fame. Carroll Hall of Fame. San Diego Charger Hall of Fame. Middle linebacker, 6'3", 250 in high school from his freshman year on up. Went to Oklahoma State. Huh?
He was gross.
Am I bullshitting?
Nah, he was nasty.
Also threw the shot put, and it was nothing. You hear me? There's also a fellow named Marcus Nesbitt. I don't really know who the guy is. You heard, but also
he likes to
crash
headbutt
at the
people.
400 meters on that track. And guess what? When his high school track team couldn't keep up with him, he went on the PVTC and won East Coast championships in track. Played football. But guess what? Also ran a 10-400 meters. So this shit come from my high school. I'm just bringing up Lawrence Moten, Marvin Graves, who played at Syracuse, one of the first black quarterbacks ever in the history to break records. Al Clark, 5-year leading rushing quarterback at Virginia Tech before Michael Vick was even heard of.
Yeah.
Was number one in rushing and passing for 2 seasons. I'm just talking about Archbishop Carroll High School.
Hey, look. Hey, you know what's funny about Al Clark? Al Clark was so dope. Al Clark was so dope that 3 years later, a kid with the last name Clark, who was not related to Clark, just gave his name as a reference, and he got a scholarship based off Al Clark.
The smart kid.
Yeah, he was.
So I'm looking at these stats right now, and these kids are really freaks of nature, bro. This is Nick Harbor. He's 6'5". They say he's 225. I guarantee he's way bigger than that. Archbishop Carroll. This kid is a 5-star to the fullest, but they say that he is the number 1 athlete in the country. Okay? Now, there's another kid that's going to USC. This kid going to USC. And if you've never watched this kid before, his name is, give me 1 second. You got, this kid is so fucking insane. He's going to USC. Nick Harbor, David Hicks, Zachariah Branch. If you've never seen Zachariah Branch, fellas, this kid is the sickest motherfucker you ever seen carry a football.
What position?
Well, they say he plays wide receiver, but his kick returning skills are insane. And what I've seen from this game, the fundamentals of how these kids are playing, the format that they're running, it is next level.
Do you know how much time they get to prepare for it?
A week.
Like they get flown out a week before the game?
Absolutely.
They don't get the playbook or whatever? They don't meet coaches prior to that? Or get like I mean, obviously they probably meet coaches, but
I'm going to have Coach Rob on here.
Get the playbook or something?
I'm going to have Coach Rob, who's also the coach, one of the coaches for the team at the Under Armour. I'm going to get him on the show. I'm going to let him explain it all. But let me tell you something. These kids are insanely fast. They're next level. And it is very impressive to see and to hope that, let me sidebar. Bart Scott said once again that he wants the NFL to look into offensive players spearing with their head first to get underneath for defensive players to get more yardage. And I think that's what happened with this kid. They say that he got hit in the sternum and maybe that helped, hurt him, right? If you watch how these kids are moving at this Under Armour game, it's amazing. It's next level. They're catching the ball well. They're running the ball well. There's not a lot of people in there, but it's lit. They're announcing fucking where they're going to school. It's a real thing. They made it into something. At the end of the day, I think that football is going to get 30% better. And these kids are wearing the bling, the earrings, the whole nine. Like, it's evolving. This kid, Zachary Branch, has so much fucking charisma. He is Odell Beckham times 16, homie.
Right, at 18 years old.
Yes. So, man, I wonder where we're going. I wonder where this thing is going.
I mean, that
NIL deals and the whole nine.
NIL and transfer portal, that shit's insane.
Where's it going? Because they had a kid in this game announced he's going to Charlotte. His top couple choices were South Carolina, Oregon, and then he went to Charlotte, University of Charlotte, because one of the coaches from his program or something. St. Francis in D.C. Can you tell me a little about St. Francis in D.C.? Because where did the Diggs brothers come out of?
Did they come out of St. Francis?
I think they did come out of St. Francis, didn't they? Jeffrey, look that up. See the boys come out of St. Francis.
I think so.
Because listen, my thing is that these kids are really, if you watch this Under Armour game, you really see these kids are really prepared. Even like there's a bunch of DC kids, Jason.
Right.
There's a bunch of DC kids. So you know what it is.
Sure.
And these kids are so fucking prepared for the camera and the microphone that it's unreal.
St. Francis is a high school?
Yeah.
No, but they're from Maryland. All the same.
Where?
Our Lady of Good Counsel.
Yeah, he went to Good Counsel.
Oh, went to Good Counsel? They went to Good Counsel?
Only Maryland.
I gotta go peep. I'm gonna let Jason. Listen, I gotta go peep. I'm gonna let Jason tell you about Good Counsel.
Yeah, please do.
And how I said, dog, Good Counsel.
I mean, Good Counsel is it's a funny program to me because they're like hella ranked now, right? Like they're nationally ranked all the time, but like when we used to play, they were like chum. Like they were the team when they came out on the field. We were just like, all right, what are we thinking? 35, 45. What we want to do today? Like it was there was never a concern, right? Like we used to dog them so bad that they left our conference and started their own conference, like their own second level of the WCAC. And then I don't know, like then they moved their location of their school to this huge campus. They got this huge campus out Albany, Maryland, super bougie. It's like 6 miles from my house. But once they moved out there, they started crushing in the second league, right? They just owned it. And then when they came back up, it was like perfect timing. Like Carroll was on a slump. Even DeMatha had kind of fallen off a little bit. It was kind of like St. John's and Gonzaga, like all these little Catholic area schools.
And so like now, our new Heisman Trophy candidate is from our conference.
Not candidate. Winner.
Winner. Sorry.
Winner. Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is from Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, how many other you motherfuckers can say that you got a Heisman Trophy winner from your high school conference? I'll wait.
So out here in Reno, sports is not really it. Like in all of Nevada, to be honest. Now that the Raiders and the Golden Knights are down there in Vegas,
Vegas, you bopping. Vegas,
no, but just now though, the new sports teams are new. Vegas Knights.
Oh, okay.
But Nevada in general, right? And also, it's not like the East Coast where there's a bunch of towns and cities miles and miles, like really close.
Right.
You have to travel hella far to get to the next like major city, right? So sports around here is not all that great. Our football team, the high school that I went to, we ran the North like no one fucked with us. Obviously not to the caliber this guy jerks off to every fucking day, but
I jerk it. And I jerk that motherfucker.
But you know, I jerk my
Carol jerk. I just jerk it.
No, but
because I love it. Listen, let me tell you.
Let me finish. We heard enough.
Sorry.
You guys are really good.
Man, I'm drunk and high as I love.
You guys are really good. No, like obviously, it's just not comparable out here. especially University of Nevada. I mean, our claim to fame is Kaepernick, right? They had one good year where they hit the top 10. They beat Boise State. Like, it's non-existent, to be honest. Like, it really is non-existent. But my high school, like, we ran the North. That's what happened. You didn't want to come play McQueen High School.
Salute to Charles Sober, man.
Yeah, salute to our homie Charles. But our claim to fame, we got Kyle Van Noy. He's a 3-4-time Super Bowl champion with the Patriots. He's on the Chargers right now. He's an All-American at BYU. I remember I was a senior. He was a sophomore coming up, just fucking all the seniors up. He was no joke. So we got a little bit. We're in there a little bit. We hold the record for most state titles, stuff like that. And Bishop Gorman, that's where Snoop Dogg's son went to. They're in Vegas. So what's different about them is they run shit, but they can recruit. Our little Washoe County School District, we can't recruit players
because it's a public school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, but they're in our same category, so they're in the state championship every single year.
Yeah, and they bop them
all the time. Like this last, McQueen just went to the last state title against them, and it was like 65-7. Like,
not even
really bad.
Close.
But they can recruit. They got real fucking players.
Right.
Like, what's that spot out in Florida? IMH.
IMC. I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They like them.
It's
like when we were playing high school, we really didn't have like we knew it was like real schools. It wasn't manufactured schools back then. Like it's a lot of manufactured schools right now. Like that school that we were just talking about. What's the one out Sierra Canyon? It's just a bunch of manufactured schools that people go to and say now we're the new thing. But back then, we were the shit. It was DeMatha, it was Carroll, it was fucking, it was, what's my shit out of LA? Dominguez was bopping like shit. Inglewood High was bopping like shit.
I don't know, dog. When we got invited to that tournament down Florida, they brought in talent from all over the country. Like Florida was just like, what y'all want? Yeah. We got enough talent here.
Yeah, we played Oak Ridge of Orlando.
Yeah.
And listen,
they whooped that ass after the game.
Listen,
whooped that ass.
They were some big motherfuckers.
Nah, their running back was a grown-ass man. Their running back.
They had sophomore running backs. They were like 6'1", 230.
Yeah, grown-ass man.
And that's what we played against. And listen, I opened up my first game at Cincinnati Moeller. That's why I opened up my first high school football game. We're just gonna talk about high school shit right now. Let's go down the road. I opened up my first.
Wait, is that the joint where Jamal's he made contact with that fullback, and when he came out the game, his face mask was pushing up against his nose?
100%.
Yeah.
Listen, I opened up against Cincinnati Moeller, and they allowed me to return the kick. True freshman at Cincinnati Moeller.
Yeah.
And so. And Jason will tell you, I thought I was Deion Primetime Sanders. My whole life was Deion Primetime Sanders.
Yeah.
And so when you are number 12 ranked Archbishop Carroll and you're number 3 ranked Cincinnati Moeller, you better strap up your chin strap, right? So as the game's getting ready to start, we go on a tunnel. We're at the college football. This is a college football Hall of Fame game. My first high school football game of my life. Now, mind you, I played freshman football and I played varsity football, right? Tell them, Jay.
Yeah.
Like, I would leave my freshman team and go travel with these guys, right? So I went up and they would, down there in my freshman team, I thought I was Jesus Christ. Huh? So this is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And so,
he's a humble man.
What?
See, what it is it takes a lineman to humble a running back. You know what I'm saying? Because when the running back start acting like he's Jesus, no, I miss my block. And I let that running back get touched real quick. Like, I thought you was Jesus, dog. Like, you can walk through that. You can walk through that, right? Oh, no, okay.
Listen.
I'll do my job.
Let me stop him where he is because I'm going to weave that into this story. All right. So listen. So I go to Cincinnati Moeller and we're out there. We're at the College Football Hall of Fame. We are at the College Football Hall of Fame. That's my first high school game. Is at the College Football Hall of Fame game. We kick off, and guess who catches the kick? It's little old Marcus Nesbitt, about 170 pounds. See? But before that, he say, "Hey man, snap up your chin strap." Now I'm Deion Sanders, but what you have to understand about Carroll High School football is that snap up your chin strap was the way of life. Okay? And as the seniors went down the line, they said, "Snap up your chin strap." I said, "No, yeah, okay." Hey, nigga. Yo, we go out on the field. The kickoff goes. First of all, they announced Clement Stokes from Archbishop Carroll headed to Notre Dame, number 1 running back in the country. They also announced Jamal Williams, number 2 linebacker in the country, going to Oklahoma State. They announced that at the Hall of Fame game. Salute. And that's real shit. You hear me? There's no flukes. Who was the best in the country? It was us. You understand that? All right. So they kick your boy the ball. And I got the chin strap on snap, and we play, and I'm running up down the field. And what I'm thinking to myself is, these white boys can't touch me. Huh? Because in my environment where I'm from, I've never seen white people that can actually move real fast.
From the state of Ohio. Yeah, they built
Huh?
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Just a bit.
I juke 1, juke 2, but there was a man in the midst, and he kept weaving. And smack! My chin strap ends up in my ear hole, and I realized that I got to strap this chin strap. Because playing at Carroll High School ain't no goddamn Deion Sanders football. This is war, motherfucker. And we still waging that war, you bitch-ass motherfuckers out here. Nick Harbor, salute, boy.
You win that game?
We did.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did. We won both of those. Because we came home to Wilson when we were undefeated. We came home to Wilson. We won Cincinnati Moeller, and then we won Ironton of Ohio, and then we came home and played Wilson High School that next week. So that I know for sure. But let me tell you something. We played wars on the road. Jamon Jackson from Ironton of Ohio that same year, he went to fucking Ohio State, was one of the greatest running backs at Ohio State. So I come from that. I'm cut from that cloth, but I'm cut from war. But the way these kids are living now, it is glamorous. And it's beautiful. And it's everything that I wish it could have been when I was coming up. Jason will tell you, like, I'm prima donna.
I'm glad you didn't have this.
On that note, let me get a Marcus Nesbitt story.
Oh my!
Put you on the spot. You got free reign to say whatever the fuck you want.
Nothing too bad. We like to mess with each other. And did you toilet paper my car? I think you did toilet. So my senior year, I got a new car. I was real amped. I treat that thing like a newborn baby. I ain't let nobody.
No. Don't do that. Listen.
Nah, man.
Hold on. Keep going.
Hold on. He said go. Listen. Nah. He didn't have a new car. He had a Nissan.
Nah, that was my dad's car. That was my dad's car. My dad had.
He drove it every day. Let him go.
My dad wouldn't let me drive.
Now he's lying.
No, my dad knew better than that. No, I had a black Explorer and I drove that joint every day. And he fucking TP'd my car. And and then he stood next to it just to be like, yeah, I did this. This is for you. He's a track star. I have rage. I chased him for like 4 miles. But like, because he's a track star, he would run just in front of me. Like, come on, Jay, you know you're not going to get me. Like, come on, man, just stop. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna fuck you up, dog. I'm gonna get this. Right. So long story short, I never catch him. He eventually runs away real fast laughing. So I'm walking back up to the school, mad as fuck. I'm taking a shortcut because we really ran 4 fucking miles. Oh, what do I see in the cut? His little Isuzu little sidekick hiding in the back.
My Jeep.
Oh my
His
God.
Jeep.
He had a little rag top, oh my God.
And he went way farther.
Oh.
Hold on.
I definitely went OC. I went OC. I'll tell you right now, I went OC. Okay. So I may have ripped a little hole in the top of his car. Okay. And then I got a water hose. And I put it inside the hole. I put it.
That's for the knife. That's for the knife from my roof. That's for the knife.
Hold on. We'll get there.
I was emotional, dog. I was emotional. So yeah, I just left the hose running in the Jeep, and I might have stabbed it once or twice.
Oh my God! You fucking met the bull. You fucked with the bull. You got the fucking horns.
So okay,
Jesus.
hold on. Flash. I need to. All right. Okay.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
So this car was new, and
I think.
No, that's it again. Get off me. Say that again. Say that again.
You didn't want to relive this.
Say that again.
My car was new. My car was brand
Okay.
new. My car was
Okay.
brand new. Okay. You had like a 1989
Loved
motherfucking Isuzu sidekick that would flip over if you drove it too fast. But
it was the shit. Everybody was driving. That was the shit at the time, though.
Yeah, shit, because you had the rack top. You had the rack top.
The drop top was the shit at the time.
Damn.
Right?
The vintage shit. But go ahead. I'm listening. Let him go.
So anyway,
I'm gonna crush him.
I was allegedly known in my school as having some issues. Maybe not. But
Okay.
one time a school came to our school for a volleyball game, and the school van, they parked their car on top of my bumper, like pushing my bumper down. Right? So I see it. I'm like, what the fuck? I kept a baseball bat in my trunk, and I took the baseball bat out, and I started honking my horn, because I wanted the people in the gym to see me. And I started pointing at the van. I started pointing at my car. I started pointing at the van. I pointed at my car. And then I just went like Crazy Joe and just started beating the crap out of this van with my baseball bat. Like, I broke all the mirrors. I knocked off the side mirrors. I broke all the lights. I didn't break no windshields or nothing. Like, I dented all the doors.
True story.
I just stood there screaming. I was like, don't touch my car. And then from that point on, no one parked next to me or in front of me.
Now, mind you, we are high school kids.
Yeah.
Our freshman year, they said the offensive line was bigger than the Redskins. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
We had a tackle, JC.
Yeah, Will Frazier.
He was about 6'7", about 330.
Right. Yeah.
So just imagine growing up in that environment. You hear Texas niggas talk about their high school environment.
My first time in the weight room, I seen somebody power clean 350 pounds.
And that wasn't Jamal Williams. That was a DB.
Wasn't.
That was a DB.
Well, outside backer. That was
Fred.
Was
Dax.
No,
that was Dax.
I seen Fred do it.
And
I seen Fred box squat 1,000 pounds.
Fred Wilson was the strongest fuck. Fred Wilson was strong as fuck too. But I also seen Dax, my cousin Dax, do it. Dax Clean was a DB, went to the Naval Academy. Fucking clean. All we did, bro, was we trained.
Yeah.
We would fucking put on go-go music, and we would train in that fucking sweaty ass box. I'm sorry, man. I had to bring this dude on because I just wanted to see the culture starting into 2023 where I come from. This culture was a war culture. It was a culture of football that was really it was next level, and we trained that way.
But also, you throw in the spice of like living in the nation's capital when it was the murder capital. Like,
true.
That kind of adds a little bit of aggression to our everyday life.
Yeah, we lost a lot of people. But also, too, we had to play football games during the middle of the day, during early, 11 o'clock games because, yeah, they're not going to let that city be dark. And you motherfuckers playing some football games uptown, Carroll High School. And let me tell you something, a Carroll High School event, it was lit. Let me ask you this. Let me say this.
Used to be.
Who else can say this? Big Tigger. You know what Big Tigger is?
Yep.
He did our football games every weekend. WPGC high school football van was where? Every Saturday?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, on Harewood Road.
On Harewood Road because motherfuckers wasn't ranked. So when you looking at BET, the basement, all this shit, they putting our high school on there, that Golden Dome every week. And I'm a little high, I'm a little drunk, but I'm just giving my high school love tonight. Salute the Arts of Carroll High School. I don't give a fuck.
Well, to be honest, in the last about 3 years that I've known you, you're still ready to go to fucking war.
Hey, listen.
You're still ready to go to war. That shit ain't stopped.
Listen, I come from that. We went to camp. We went to football camp in a place called Camp Brown, Maryland. Right? Every week, every summer before football season, we would go to Camp Brown. This was actually a slave plantation that they took us to train there. So there was like a lot of straw. The ground was evil to fall on.
Oh my God, it was so uneven, yo. It was a cornfield. It was a fucking cornfield turned into a football field.
It was terrible. And you right on the beach.
Oof.
And then one year, I think our second year, they brought another school from.
Don't say it was right on the beach. It was right on the water. There was no fucking beach, dog. It was fucking rocks and terrible animals. It was on the water. It was beautiful. It was on the water.
No, it wasn't even beautiful.
It was.
It was a slave plantation.
Yo, the horse flies. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. So listen.
Did you know horse flies can go underwater and still bite you underwater? Yeah, they do that.
So listen, let me just say fuck it. Can I say fuck it? And can we just go Carroll High School, or do you have notes?
I don't know. I'm chilling.
I can go Carroll High School all the way. We can just go Carroll High School.
You're asking now? If we can go Carroll High School all the way? You asking now?
Yeah.
We in there.
Yeah. Balls deep.
We in there.
Balls deep.
Let me go. Can
I go? You can go.
All right. Listen. So, let me tell you how this works.
We're the fucking Dank Dads, and we do whatever the fuck we want. So if you want to go, you can go.
Nigga.
Because we do dank ass shit. We reminisce on dank ass shit.
You see our merch?
It's just dank shit all the fucking time.
Wives for this shit. But listen, so we would go to, we would start out in the city, right? So you start every year you start your training camp in the city. You start out at Carroll High School and you go 2-a-days. And you will be surprised how many human beings will fall out of those 2-a-days. Hey man, you seen Larry? No, I ain't seen Larry, man. Oh man, I'm call him, man, see where he at. Where Larry go? You don't see Larry anymore. Hey, you seen Dwayne? 4 days in. Dwayne, Ted Thomas, and Joe? No, we ain't seen them. Boom, you don't see them. And then you end up with the real motherfuckers. Some real hitters, some real killers. The Mike Huskins, the Jerry Swansons, the Fred Wilsons, the fucking Jamal Williams, the Clement Stokes, the fucking Marcus, what's Marcus' last name, Jason?
Clark.
Marcus Clark, the Lonnie Meadows.
Oh my God. Lonnie Meadows.
Phil Savoy. The Phil Savoys. Yeah. The Al Clarks, the Desmond Dennises.
Shoot. Robert Taylor.
Huh? Robert Taylor's.
Hell yeah.
Right? So I just want to go down that road.
Damon Blake.
Damon Blake, god damn it. Damon Blake was a real soldier. Also a high grade warrior. So I'm giving them all love right now as far as paying homage to my team. 14 can of Pringles this year. Paying homage to the Carolinas. And so I just wanted my co-host to know what that meant to us and what that was to play for the Carolinas, the wars that those guys fought, what they've been through, and what they've accomplished, and what Carroll was. Carroll's was an all-black Catholic school with a high prestige in all kinds of sports, basketball, football, and we took it very seriously.
Track.
True that. Salute the coach. Salute your coach, brother.
Yeah.
Give him a shout out.
Who?
Clark? Passed away.
Oh, Clark?
Yeah.
Yo, he was a G, dog. Like, he's the only reason I really participated in the track team.
So,
like period.
So we come from this heritage of athleticism, man, to where it's a real big. It's a lot of heritage, man, and we have to follow through with greatness, and it fell off for quite some time. But before then, man, we would go to Camp Brown, Maryland, and Camp Brown, Maryland was one of the spots where you found out if you really wanted to play for Carroll High School. So you could go practice in 2 days up until a point to where you went to Camp Brown. Now, any man that came back from Camp Brown, Maryland, was a Carolina.
Or they quit.
And that's just real shit.
Yeah, we lost a couple teammates during Camp Brown times.
Yeah, you would definitely lose a couple teammates at Camp Brown. So let me just explain to you how Camp Brown would go. You had freshmen that would come to Camp Brown, and if you were on the freshman team of Camp Brown, you would have to go through your paces. Good.
Oh yeah.
Good. You have to go through your paces. And what I mean by paces is that you have to come get seen by those upperclassmen in the cloak of the night. Huh?
That's what you had to do, huh?
Initiation into the brotherhood.
Avoided the mission tonight. I'm going all Carolina shit. I got some shit, but I'm ready. I'm riled up. It's on. You hear me? It's the only way I can introduce my homeboy into the room. Okay? Because before I get done, you're going to be a lion. You're going to be a fucking queen. Whatever you guys
Queen?
Are. McQueen. Nah, I didn't tell you queen. I'm sorry.
You fucking asshole. A
queen. I'm high.
We're from McQueen High School.
Yeah, what are you guys called?
Lancers.
The Lancers. Listen.
You ain't got to be a queen.
No. I didn't mean that fucking shit. I apologize, guys. I don't mean that shit about no fucking McQueen Lancers. I respect them. I love them.
You said
so
Lancers?
Queen Lancers. Yeah, I live here.
Like Lancer?
I don't give a fuck. I live here, homeboy. Okay? I ain't messing with these boys. They stick together like this.
Breathe.
Huh?
Breathe. I just want to know what their mascot is.
It's a Lancer, like a knight.
Like a knight.
Ah, okay.
The McQueen Lancers, right? I ain't disrespecting these boys because they tight. And they got championships under their belt. Long story short, what I'm saying to you is that when you went to Camp Brown, Maryland, and you were a freshman, you had to come see the powers that be. Okay? You had to come see the powers that be.
Oh, fuck. This guy, bro.
Listen. So, look. You would have to get your ass whooped. And ass whooping is on the menu.
Yeah.
But they got to come see you about 1:30 in the morning. They got masks on. They got T-shirts over their face.
Wait, our freshman year, they didn't wait. Oh, but you started it. You set it off early.
No. I'm going to tell you what started it.
You set it off early.
No. So listen, my first high school freshman year, the Washington Post takes a picture of me making 2 cuts down the field and says, freshman Marcus Nesbitt is ready for the season. We have the number one running back in the country, Clement Stokes. And I end up on the front page of the Washington Sports Section Post before him, and it was suicide for me.
Yeah, that's Target. It beat your ass with that newspaper.
Listen, I don't think you understand who Clement Stokes was. Clement Stokes was LeBron James. Before LeBron James. Am I wrong?
That's fair. He was John Touchable.
Clement Stokes was on ESPN.
My favorite memory of Clement Stokes, we played Gonzaga.
239 on a broken foot?
He ran a 97-yard touchdown, and it got called for holding. And then coach was like, fuck it, run the same play. And then he runs a 99-yard touchdown the very next play. And then he passed, like, he just dropped to the ground because he couldn't breathe or feel anything. That shit was crazy.
Damn.
On a broken foot.
Nah, dude was sick.
And he was the number one running back in the country at the time. So now, fast forward to we are definitely the top ranked in our division, and we're playing against DeMatha High School. DeMatha's our number one rival. And we bang with DeMatha at every single turn that we can. We go into the season and then we lose to DeMatha. And they're still ranked. St. John's is ranked. Carroll High School is ranked. This is where we come from. This is what we expected in high school. We expected to win on a major level because that's just what we are. Our high school, we beat Tracy McGrady and Mount Zion when they were number one in the fucking country in basketball. Right or wrong, homeboy?
It's true.
Let them know. That's where I come from, bro. Salute, I love my school, Arkansas Carroll High School, bro. But listen, under my regime, I took no shorts. I gave no fucks. You called me out to go fight, I'm coming. I'm on the way.
You're still that way.
Don't say that.
No, well, not about the fight, but you ready?
Yeah,
whenever needed.
But back then, Jason was my guy to be like, let me go get this motherfucker. I would go places by myself.
And that's why I would have to go get you.
Yeah. A motherfucker say something, be like, what? I'd be like, what? I'm cool. I'm going. And he was like, yo, why would you do that? Because I just didn't give a fuck. And that was my life. Listen, he would hear stories about me every Monday morning about what I did that weekend. He would. I would go anywhere looking for it. That's what thrived me, which was stupid, but now I get it.
No, you've evolved it to a different a different form of getting. Like you've transitioned it into power and wealth and happiness and all of that. Like it's a different fight you're looking for now, though.
No, definitely. I just think that I was just giving you an idea where I came from to put him on the show to just say like, yo, like there was no excuses for us. And as much as I'm saying that I did this and I did that, I got my ass whooped a lot by a lot of fucking men, upperclassmen, seniors. When I did dumb shit, they fucking drug my fucking ass too. So that don't always come along with it, but yo, we were shaped by a certain level of greatness. So now that's just what it is. That's what it is. And I wanted to bring him on the show because I think that we can add Jason to the show to give us a real opinion of no shorts. We played on the Sam P. Taylor, and Sam P. Taylor just did not give a fuck about excuses. We couldn't tell an excuse where we came from.
I mean, how can you give a man an excuse when he's got gout and he drives his car on the field to coach?
And been through so much shit. Won championships in other places, and will fucking outbench you in the weight room. Your head coach.
You know what's funny though? You know my parents
is
said
big.
my parents said they were scared of Sam T, dog.
It was different.
My parents were scared of my football coach. I was like, oh,
I seen Sam T.
that makes
Taylor drop kick a quarterback named Mike Huskins across his chest for fucking up the play 2 times in a row.
Yeah, that's fair.
He lifted his leg up just like this and kicked him across his chest.
What was he? 3rd degree black belt?
Yeah, he was a 3rd-degree black belt.
God damn.
Yeah,
That's what I came up under, and I got to give that homage to the Jerry Swansons, to the Mike Huskins. Javon Langford.
One day we will do a live.
And I have to,
show
and I
from
get
there.
it. No doubt. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a
And
live
I
show from
cannot
there.
wait, and I hope it's my Hall of Fame. Hope that's my Hall of Fame weekend. We're going to make that happen. But what I'm simply saying to you is that I wanted to bring this guy on here to let you know that my heritage is real where I come from, bro. I want to start off 2023 and let you know about these goddamn Carroll motherfucking lines, bro. Can say it is Under Armour game and they whooping motherfucking ass.
Shout out.
Huh? Salute to Nick Harbour. Hey, let's go into this NFL shit, man. Where we at right now in the NFL?
NFL is crazy. Niners have a chance at the number 1 seed next week. That's pretty big.
Who they play?
They play the Cardinals, but they need Philly to lose. If Philly loses and the Niners win, Niners get the number 1 seed. They get the bye. I'm a Niners fan. You said you're a Redskins / Commanders fan?
No, I don't know who the Commanders are. I'm only a Redskins fan.
Redskins fan only. Okay.
Yeah.
Through. So has it been difficult for the DC area to make that switch?
Yeah. No one. I don't think anybody was on board for it. Like, I think most people were thinking we were going to go with the Wolves or something, like, because it was like the Red Wolves was one of the top 3 choices, and people were like, I could get behind that. I could get behind that.
Do you wish it was still the Redskins?
I do actually. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know.
You're okay with another group of people.
When the whole thing went down, well, first off, you're never going to please everybody, right? And if you try to live your life like that, then you probably won't get much accomplished, right? Like, so one, like, Native American groups were speaking out, like, yeah, we're totally okay with it, but then others were like, we're against it. So it's like, what did we need 100% agreements for it to exist? Like, and then it's okay. Like, I don't know. We won Super Bowls with that name, so it will forever be etched in history. And to be perfectly honest, like, the Commanders, I think, is the perfect name for the douchebag that owns the team.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a commander, huh?
He wants to be like Cobra, like
right.
fucking like Cobra Commander. Like,
right.
He's really thinks he's this fucking mastermind hiding in the cut doing whatever he wants. Since he bought the team, he's done nothing but driving into the ground while driving up the prices. Like, I don't know. I used to be I literally used to fight people in public for the Redskins.
That's just a Redskins fan. Hey, listen,
like,
let me ask you this.
What
do you think what do you think you guys are gonna land at this year? What do you think it's gonna be?
Oh, like in the table?
Yeah, like, what do you think you guys can run at this point?
I don't think they make the cut.
No, we're already out.
They're eliminated.
They're done.
Yeah, with that loss, we're out. We're out. And then we have enough wins that we'll fucking be mid-table and get some fucking pick that we'll misuse anyway.
So where's the situation lie? Like, take out Dan Snyder, obviously, but
yeah, I mean,
quarterback situation, is that what needs to be fixed the most?
Look, in every job I've ever been in, all I hear is shit rolls downhill. And as far as I can tell, this shit starts at the very top. So,
of course, always.
Like,
you think it's Dan? You think Dan's that bad of a fucking guy to go in down to fucking player production and all that shit?
I mean, he tried to fucking madden it out his first couple years. He wasn't even willing to have a GM like his first 8 years. He thought he could do it himself, like Jerry Jones. And
Okay, well let's
come
flip
on,
out.
dog. This motherfucker paid 120 million for Albert Hainsworth, dog.
Got rid of Trent Williams.
That was dumb.
For nothing.
Come on.
That was dumb.
Look, when he first got there, he got rid of Champ Bailey, who became a fucking Hall of Famer at Denver, and we got Clinton Portis. We got fucking Southeast Jerome for a fucking Hall of Fame corner. I mean, I love Clinton Portis. He brought nice energy and shit, but
that's my boy.
At the time, the Redskins were a power fucking running team. Yeah. And Clinton Portis was a spread, find the gap type of runner, and that wasn't what we needed.
Read option. He's a good read option runner.
But it took him 2 years to gain like another 20 pounds to try to run, because at the time that's what the NFC East was doing, right? They was running heavy. They was banging you till you get tired.
Staley and Mitchell out of Philly.
Right.
Yeah, it was that
right.
kind of. Oh, and Westbrook. Also, Brian Westbrook is out of our conference too. Brian Westbrook was the Matthew. Remember Brian Westbrook went from the Philly Eagles? Yeah, he's also from our conference. I used to beat dog shit out of him when we was Pop Warner kids. It's a long story. But I always for the SmackDown. But anyway, go ahead, keep going.
No, I mollywopped him too. Don't worry. It was after he sacked Dave. I was like, Dave, don't worry. I got you, Dad. But
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Just he's been a problem for me since almost day one. Now maybe it's because I fucking love the Cook family, right? Like Jack Kent Cook was an amazing owner. Like we were winning Super Bowls. He would invite people to the stadium. Yeah. Like the stadium would rock, yo. Like
I saw
RFK
in that stadium.
RFK, the whole stadium would shake because everybody was just so fucking hyped.
How do you feel about that Sean Taylor statue he came out with?
I think it's
disrespect.
It's exploitation. It's exploitation.
They didn't even try. He didn't even try.
What happened?
Did you see it?
Am I tripping?
Oh man, it was disrespectful.
It's booty.
Wait, what?
It's booty.
And even so, it dates back to the ceremony they had on the field.
Right.
Hell, the people were standing all over it, and it was
I think they had the wrong jersey number on it. Like
something like that. And Jackson Mahomes was making TikToks on it.
How did you not have 21?
Come on.
No, it was the statue that they revealed was disrespectful. Like the internet roasted the shit out of it. It was bad. It was bad.
Jason, what was it?
It's terrible. Oh, what was the number?
What was the fucking picture? What the fuck was it?
No, I mean, it's just trash, dog. Like,
was it a statue outside the stadium for John?
It was inside, but it was like
Sean Taylor.
Yeah, no, I'll show you. It was terrible. It was disrespectful. Sure.
No, it's definitely not what I thought it was going to be.
And we blaming that on Snyder?
I mean,
isn't he the fucking owner?
There you go.
No way.
No.
It's like they're trying to be artsy with it, but like didn't work out very well.
Nah.
Come on, man. They didn't even try.
Nah.
So, but do you think that first to take away the owner aspect of it?
I don't think he really knew what he was doing.
You guys need to start with the quarterback, or
have you ever seen Sean Taylor in real life, dog? I know you haven't, but I'm saying
TV.
He has. He's seen Sean Taylor in real life. This motherfucker's a monster.
He was.
He's my size at 6'3".
That's my brother's favorite player.
He's my size at 6'3", bro. But he's a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
You can move better than I've ever moved in my life.
Fast and had hands also. Yeah.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Indeed.
R.I.P.
It's hard to talk about the Redskins quarterback situation because like we run through them like it's nothing. Like I don't know why we have not been treating, And even when we do treat the quarterback position important, then we neglect like the O-line or something. Like they're never
Complete.
working. Yeah, they're never working in conjunction together.
It's
Like
not a Mark Ripken. It's not a Mark Ripken year. Like when Mark Ripken was our quarterback, we had the Hogs.
We had the Hogs, right?
When we had Jesus, don't kill me, Jason. Doug Williams.
Oh yeah.
We had Hogs.
We still
Herzog.
Yeah.
We had real movers and shakers. So we used to have the DC climate was of complete teams. Yeah. We had the fucking posse, the Hogs.
But you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny, Bo? Like the mascot is that pig now, right? It's that pig dude, the Commander's mascot. And nobody, yeah, it's a hog. It's a hog. The mascot's a hog. But nobody understands why they're the Hogs because we haven't been the Hogs in fucking 30 years, dog. Like,
yeah, we don't play that type of football anymore. Well, like, we don't know that Joe Gibbs football. Like, we come from Joe Gibbs football, baby.
Right. So, and I feel like Snyder is just pulling on all of this shit.
So much more.
He's pulling on this nostalgia like a fucking vampire, dog. Just sucking the life out of it.
He's a culture vulture of DC, huh?
Damn.
He's a culture vulture of DC. Hey, listen, when you would see people in the stands wearing hog noses, you could buy a hog nose at Redskins Stadium.
Dog,
at RK,
grown ass blue collar men came in fucking dresses and hog noses. And
hog noses.
And blue collar men.
Blue collar men.
He's not lying.
No, I've seen it.
With pearls and because we were known for fucking having offensive line that would move the crowd.
The Commanders, Redskins. We can refer to them the Redskins for this show.
Yeah.
Go for it.
They got their Super Bowl this weekend at home against Dallas.
Boy, where do we go?
What do you take on that one?
I mean, I don't have a choice. Like, my DNA will not allow me to go for the Cowboys or against the Redskins. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. No, that you told me enough. I heard.
Yeah, for sure. You motherfucker. Okay.
Heard.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? It's like super old people. It's like super old people calling Asian people Oriental. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just so old they don't know that they're fucking it up. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
wrong at the same goddamn time. Don't do that part.
Yeah.
Oriental? Yeah. I haven't heard Oriental in a long time. Keep it up. What's going on, Jay?
Oh man.
Exactly. That's my grandparents' kind of statement. Like, oh, he's Oriental. Like, no.
All of our grandparents are super dumb racist.
Super racist.
What we got going? What's next?
Well, who you got? Let's stick with that game. Dallas, Washington. You taking Washington for nostalgia?
Don't say that. Don't. Wait a minute. I don't like how you just.
I feel like.
Don't do that.
I feel like you're on one.
Nah. I am. Listen. First of all, I've been smoking. I've been at it all day. Okay, that's number one.
Oh, the wife and kids are out of town.
And my wife, kids are out of town. I've been having a great time. So I'm a little out of pocket. Okay, but what I will say is
the mouse would play.
Shut up. And listen, he's right. No, I'm not going to go against. I refuse.
We're going Washington across the board.
Where we at next? Where we at? Let's go.
Kansas City at Las Vegas.
What do you have, Jason?
Gotta go Kansas City, man. Like,
me too.
Vegas.
Terrible.
I don't know what happened, yo. Like, they moved to Vegas and then they forgot who they were. Because just before they went to Vegas, they was kind of fire, right? Weren't they?
I want you to punish Devontae. Punish Devontae.
He went fucking off with the random ass quarterback.
What the fuck was
he went fucking bonkers. He caught something that was insane. I didn't even think he could.
Come on, man.
Jesus Christ.
So who you got?
No, but the Raiders are fucking themselves because that Stidham guy balled out against the Niners.
Right.
So they're going to give him the job. Right. He's going to suck next year, and they're going to be right back where they were. I saw this crazy ass stat that since Carr has been in the league, the Raiders have averaged the most points per game since he's been in the league.
Who?
The Raiders have averaged the most points per game since he's been in the league. He just turns the ball over a lot, and it's the Raiders. They always shoot themselves in the fucking foot every time. Like, you can always count on that. Like,
I don't hate Carr. I don't hate Carr. You hate Carr? Do you hate
I
Carr?
don't hate Carr. He's a top 15 quarterback.
Do you hate Carr?
I like him better than his brother.
That's facts. That's the easy one.
Yeah,
If he was on the Niners, if he had the Niners system, I think he'd be really fucking good.
for sure.
But last game,
I don't disagree with that. What do you think about that?
What?
If Derek Carr was in the 49ers system with Shanahan, he'd probably be considered elite.
Yeah.
Or
Hell
not, elite might be a stretch, but
No,
because I think
live with that.
elite. I think because his errors would decrease a little bit.
Elite, yeah, definitely. Elite,
I
though,
think,
you can't give that to everybody.
I think that you're right. You made a great point. I think that if Derek Carr went somewhere where a great coaching staff like the Shanahans could get a hands on him, I think he could be fucking phenomenal. I just think that he's just trying to win right now, and that's just not working out with the team that he has.
Well, so I mean, he's probably played the last game as a Raider, right? No, absolutely. I already seen pictures of his jerseys going 50% off. He's not even with the team right now. He was on the sidelines. He's done with the Raiders.
All right, let's get
it. Set him free.
Let's go.
We're at Kansas City across the board on that one, huh?
We're at Kansas City across the board, for sure.
All right, another meaningless game. Tennessee Titans at Jacksonville. Are they making the playoffs?
I'm not betting against my son. Trevor Lawrence is my son, and I love him to death. I've been watching since he's in high school. And
you would have thought he went to Carroll.
He did.
This fucking guy.
He is Sister Jane's great grandson. If you know who Sister Jane is at Carroll, Trevor Lawrence is Sister Jane's great grandson, and that's why we root for him with the Lions.
Wait, is that true?
Shut up. All right. So what are we taking here? What are we taking here?
Jacksonville for me.
I'm taking Jags.
Yeah, I'll take the Jags.
All right. Tampa Bay at Atlanta, meaningless game. Tampa Bay already got the division, so they're not playing for much.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Where do you see Tommy going right now? What is happening with Tom Brady? What's going on inside of his head right now, guys?
With that divorce going on, Jog, he might play.
Not besides divorce.
It's final. It's finalized. He's past it.
Oh, sorry, but still, that joint gonna irk him. He probably gonna play like 2 more years, dog.
2 more. Ooh,
I didn't see that.
I'm so sick of seeing him to the Niners because he's from that area. And the Niners didn't take him, and then he was supposed to come before Tampa Bay.
The Niners deserve Tom Brady.
We're fucking 5 years late.
All I know
is got Trent.
When I met him, when we were both freshmen at Michigan, I'd have never thought that dude was going to be one of the all-time best.
Whoa.
Is he one of your favorite NFL players?
Hold up.
No.
Jason, okay. Wait, yeah. Jason,
yeah.
Wait.
What?
Wait a minute. Help me out with this. Why you and Tom Brady were freshmen at the same time?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of mind state was Tom Brady back then?
Super, like a legitimate Cali dude.
Coming in with his shorts and fucking
just super chill. He did not. He was not excited about the cold weather. That was about it.
When did he take over the job at Michigan? Do you know?
Oh, not till his junior year, maybe.
Okay, junior year. Okay.
Because our freshman year, it was Brian Greasy, Bob Greasy's son.
Right.
And we had Charles Woodson, fucking Sam Sword. That team was lit. Who
was your running back? Was it Bianca Batuka or Wheatley?
Bianca Batuka was before. Bianca Batuka was why I liked Michigan. Because
Wheatley at the time?
I used to just after Wheatley. Both of them was gone. Who the fuck did we have running back?
Because I know Walter Cross.
Sitting here.
Walter Cross was the back after me, out of Oxon Hill. They went to Michigan. Because Michigan wanted me as well. So I remember not even thinking about Michigan. Walter Cross, who went to Oxon Hill, who was a big motherfucker, and he played number 8 at Mother. He took over that 8 number after Wheatley. So who was in between him? You had Bianca Batuka, Wheatley. Ooh, they're gonna beat you up in Michigan for that history lesson. Let's get it.
What is this show called? What is this show called?
Go Dank Dad.
Dank
You
Dad.
got them
Exactly. So give me
Good
a break.
job, buddy.
Hey.
Cover. You're in the right
That's called
place.
a kick saving a beauty right there.
What's up?
Kick saving a beauty.
Where we
right
at?
there, boy.
Let's get it.
So yeah, no, okay. You said Tom Brady has 2 more years, so you think he's both with Tampa?
Ooh, I don't know. Probably not. Probably one more with Tampa.
What are the rumors saying right now?
Fucking San Francisco every goddamn time. Shit's annoying.
No, it was another rumor somewhere else.
Oh yeah, Ian Gold,
He better just step away.
Perkins.
Ian
He
Gold.
was a freshman.
Ian Gold was from around the way, wasn't he? Or was that Dahani Jones?
Donnie Jones.
All right, anyway,
sure.
keep
I'll
going.
tell you, Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
They're not playing for anything, but
You gonna fire
Atlanta will mess it up anyway.
yeah,
for sure. I do think Atlanta's gonna be good in 2 years.
with Desmond Ryder,
And Drake.
Drake London's pretty good.
Indeed. Let's go.
New England at Buffalo again. New England fighting for a playoff spot, I believe. Buffalo is going to be on that emotion. The New England offense is shitty, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Buffalo at home.
Yeah. I mean, the emotion is going to set them over the top.
No matter what happens with this game, Buffalo might really need to win this New England game for the number 1 seed, based on what happens with the Cincinnati game. So they might come out ready to go and not be benching their starters.
I'm taking New England all the way.
Oh, that's an L for you.
Shut up.
I'll put push-ups on that.
It's a woman right now on Instagram who did got me 50 push-ups sitting on her ass, and she got to come on this motherfucker and get these bust off. So don't be on part of that list. You heard?
All right.
Keep going.
Minnesota at Chicago.
I got it. Go ahead. Jay.
Minnesota needs to win.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was thinking the same thing. Minnesota needs this. Yeah, I go Minnesota.
I think Buffalo really struggled last week against the Lions, and they're starting to figure out Justin Fields a little bit better. He's still making good runs, but he got hit on a run or on a rollout that he didn't even see the defender coming at all. That's not sustainable.
I'm gonna say Minnesota. Oh boy, got a lot to prove after being locked, but I'm gonna get into that. I don't want to go too far.
Baltimore at Cincinnati. Lamar, does he come back this week? I don't know. Each week they just lost to the Steelers, I believe, or do they beat?
They did.
So they need to pay Lamar. They need to pay him.
What is this for them? Is this make or break for them?
It's getting close, yeah.
They 10 and
Cincinnati
6.
has a division.
Where you at, Jay?
They 10 and 6.
Where you at?
Ooh, I'll go.
Cincinnati.
I'll go Baltimore.
What if Lamar doesn't play?
I mean, they still need it more, I think.
Cincinnati too is the same situation as Buffalo.
Yeah.
Huntley is not the answer though. So that's
no, I don't. Listen.
All right, so for my man Jonathan Ogden, I'll go Baltimore still.
Can I say something about Huntley real quick?
No.
Okay.
Of course you
so
can.
who you picking?
You can say whatever you want, Doc.
Go for it. What do you got to say about Huntley? From TCU. He's from TCU, I believe. I better fucking check this out.
Hey, listen.
I'm pretty sure though.
I think that Huntley's doing what he's supposed to do. I think that it's just what he can do.
He's not doing much.
Yeah, dog, we're just holding it down.
Oh fuck, from Utah.
I ain't think so. Yeah, I knew that because Utah just played in the Rose, so I knew. They just talked about it, but anyway, I think that he's doing. I think he's the best he can be. I'm there to Cincinnati though.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Yeah, kill him.
Houston at Indiana or Indianapolis.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
You pick it for me,
exactly
homie.
right.
I don't give a fuck either.
Exactly right. Is that how you feel too, Jason?
Is that how you feel, Jay?
Yeah.
I'll pick for Jason. Who gives a fuck? Can put it whatever you want down. Go ahead.
I like horses. I like horses.
All right, so there you go, Houston. All right.
No. Give me.
Wait. All right. Jets at Miami.
Ooh.
Let's talk about Zach Wilson for a second.
Hot garbage.
He's just a fucking douchebag.
I'm not even close to NFL. I'm not a scout. I'm not a GM, and I knew that was the wrong fucking pick.
I know. No.
Yeah.
No.
The dude's like barely 6'1". Wait,
no.
He looks like he's 12 years old.
Hold on. I can't do that. Listen, I don't like the fucking kid. I don't like him. I don't like him because I don't think that he's able to play the part. He was a good college football quarterback with a lot of leadership. Those kids followed him. He was good.
Yeah, but who did he play? He didn't play nobody.
BYU, right?
BYU. They're independent. They don't fucking
Damn, I don't want to fucking I don't know.
He's probably done with the Jets, but where he
No,
goes,
he is.
but he's a backup somewhere.
No, I don't want him to be my fucking backup. He's a fucking negative Nancy.
He's out the league.
Yes, he should be.
Ooh,
he should be out the league.
That's got to be one of the biggest.
Have you seen?
Of all time.
Have you seen? Listen, bro, you have to know how to conduct yourself in this shit. You know why Marcus Nesbitt never made it to the league? Because he didn't know how to conduct himself in anything other than the fucking shit he thought was supposed to be popping. That's why his punk ass ain't make it to the league. Because he didn't give a fuck no matter how athletic he was and what he could do. He still gave you his ass to kiss. You can't do that in this league. And I watched that kid be nasty and bitter in times when he should have rallied around his team like Baker Mayfield and just fell back and fucking just supported your team. Even in your hardest times, you can grow through adversity of supporting your fellow teammates, of giving good energy. You can do that. He never even fucking reached for none of that shit.
Right.
That's important, man.
I agree.
And it says a lot about how you want to propel a team.
It's about greatness.
100%. And he went the fucking negative Nancy road. You don't do that shit. You got to rise above yourself. You have to rise above yourself to know that you're part of an organization. You really have to propel. Just like I like Geno Smith. Geno Smith is really becoming a really good franchise quarterback for the Seahawks. And it says a lot about the Seahawks in many different areas. But this guy, he's just I don't even know. I'm tired of his ass. Get the fuck out of here. No.
I don't know if Tua is playing or not. He got his third concussion. Jets are still fighting for a playoff spot. So are Miami. Let
me just say this about Tua, and I'm just going to end this right here. And I just want people to know for the first and last fucking time, he don't look like a football player. It just doesn't look like he's supposed to be here.
I watched a lot of film.
He looks weird as a human.
I watched a lot
playing that spot. He just don't look like the guy.
He talks weird as a quarterback too. When I see like clips of him talking to his head coach McDaniels, but I watched a lot of film on this dude. If you take away his first read, it is just all shambles.
It's done.
It's done.
It is really done.
If you can guess his first read, it's over.
What's his first read? Do you know what his first read is?
Taylor Waddle.
Waddle. It's Waddle every time. And when that doesn't open up and they fucking doing whatever they can to stop that other boy out there, I'm done. And he ain't got no feet.
He's saved by his head coach. Call him play.
That guy's a really good coach player. A really good coach player.
Player's coach.
No, he's a very good call player. He can call very good calls.
Yeah,
this guy.
He's very smart.
He's super sharp. And I think he's one of the sharpest out of that whole group of that fraternity of him, Shanahan, my guy at Green Bay, and Saleh,
and McVay.
Yeah.
And they all take L's at Shanahan.
Come on, baby.
All right.
Shanahan, man.
We spent way too much time on this bullshit game.
All right, go ahead.
New York Jets and Miami. Who the fuck is taking?
I got Miami.
Miami, all right.
Yeah, I go with that.
Same here. Carolina at New Orleans. Another meaningless game.
New Orleans
as well. Although
Same.
Carolina's been running the shit out of the ball. They almost beat Tampa Bay last week. Who you going with?
New Orleans. New Orleans has a drink called a hand grenade. Got to go with New Orleans.
Disgusting. You get a busting headache after that shit. It comes in a tube like this. It comes in a tube with a hand grenade at the bottom of it.
Nah, I had shots. I had hand grenade shots. And I
that sounds delicious.
I didn't know that it was like not you were legally not allowed to take more than 4. and we had a tray of 12 because it was 12 of us. And I was first to the tray, and I took a shot, and I was like, "That is fucking delicious." And then I drank 7 more, and I was ordering another round of 12 because I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just drink this whole 12." And everyone in the establishment screamed no, but it was too late.
Savage.
Hand grenades now come with
Whew.
the whole thing, and then there's a grenade at the bottom of the plastic thing, right? Back when he's that's a rookie hand grenade guy. This guy did New Orleans a long time ago.
Hey man,
I do it a lot.
Sounds like he's lucky to be here.
And it fucks you up every time. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Salute to hand grenades.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Hand grenade. Yeah.
I got New Orleans all the way.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Sean's coming in a little bit. He's getting a little bit better, getting a little bit more settled in.
That Pittsburgh.
Jason, what do you really feel about Deshaun at this point?
Hold on, before you answer that question, do you know where the National Masseuse Convention was in the United States?
National Masseuse?
Yep.
Like be massaging shit?
Yep. The National Convention. Where it was?
No.
It was held in August 27th, so right before the key season kicks off, in Cleveland, Ohio. Right when Deshaun gets there, they have that motherfucking convention. Right where he stays.
Hey yo, Jay,
I've got some questions.
Remind me about that every day. Go ahead.
I've got some questions. No, just like how does that happen? Like how do they let
on
that
purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, because Jeffrey was highly into it. That's why it happened.
That's just hilarious.
Hey, listen. So that was our joke for a long time, and we really sparked some brains with that shit. But what is he really fucking doing? What's happening? What do you see? Because I just see him just fucking.
The first 2 games he sucked, but he's coming into his own a little bit. He's playing a little bit more better, more confidence. Like he's starting to. People are forgetting about the bullshit, and he can just play. That's what it seems like.
And I think those running backs are really holding up. Kareem Hunt is really fucking balling. Chubb is goddamn it.
Cooper's really good.
Woo! Man. All right, cool. Who you got, guys?
Cleveland.
Let's go. I got Clevey.
Yeah.
Who you got, homie?
Cleve.
All right, let's go. Rip him.
Chargers at Denver.
Chargers.
Chargers
already made the playoffs.
Chargers.
Game. I'm taking Denver.
Eckler, boy. That motherfucking little running back.
Wait, where are they playing? Matter. Is it at Denver?
At Denver. That defense is a real deal. Fuck Russell Wilson. That defense is a real deal.
That 12th man, that goddamn mile high shit.
And the division game always played tough. Always.
Yo, they got a groove going on.
I'll change it. I'll go Denver.
You going Denver?
I'm gonna go Denver.
I got San Diego. I just think they got the mojo right now. I think the mojo's rolling.
New York Giants, who just made the playoffs, they clinched against Philadelphia. As a Niner fan, I need Giants to win this so bad. I hope Hurts doesn't play.
As a what?
As a Niners fan, because if the Niners beat Cardinals, which Kyler's out,
they are going to be okay. Now what?
And Philly loses, and the Niners have the number 1 seed. That's a bye.
I'm drunk. Hey guys, I'm drunk a little bit.
He's drunk a little bit. Marcus is drunk a little bit.
That's next. I'm gonna get that on there. Don't do that. Do I do it? Don't please. He just
Yeah.
I just did that.
What do you got?
I'm going with Giants because I need Philly to lose. But I hate it because Giants just clinched. So what the fuck they got to play for? They're not changing seeding with a win. So
and why are you worried about it? Why are you so concerned about it?
Because I need Philly to lose. But the Giants, to them, they probably don't lose.
And so if Giants beat Philly
and Niners win, Niners get the number 1 seed.
They get number 1.
What if they tie?
Number 2,
which means home field
and a bye.
What if they tie? Do the Niners still come out on top?
I don't know.
Fix your camera, Jason.
I hate both of them. So I want both of them to lose, which can't happen.
I'm going with whoever you want.
I'm going Giants.
Listen, I'm with my brother. I love my brother.
I'll go Giants. I hate them less than Philly.
I love Jeffrey. I love you.
Love you too, bro.
All right, cool.
All right.
I'm drunk, Jeffrey.
I've been saying this since our very first episode of our podcast that I think Jalen Hurts loses in the playoffs because of his playoff experience is not what it is when he sees a real defense.
Is he
And
the
I think
next
he
Donovan?
loses.
Is he the next Donovan McNabb?
Well,
Oh, I think he's better than Donovan, but I could see where you're going with that.
No.
I do think he's better than Donovan.
no, I don't. I don't see none of that.
He's going to lose in the playoffs.
I don't see that. None of that. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself, Omega Sci-Fi. You should be ashamed of yourself, bruh.
Nah, man.
Homeboy, listen, this dude is real rare. He's rare, man. He's a winner.
I'm not saying he not, dog. But to say he might not win a championship, it's a possibility. But
I think they're even better next year.
I think he's going to win it this year.
He definitely's got. Whoa. He's definitely got the caliber to stay in that position of always being in the conversation.
Okay, cool.
I agree with that, and I think he's gonna be good for the long time.
Let me just start something here. Are you okay? You warm? Are you cold?
Chilling.
You good temperature?
I'm chilling.
All right. Since you just made that comment,
Uh-oh.
hold on to your thoughts. Hold on to what you just said. All right. No, you don't think that he's going to go to shit. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
Just don't go for it. Next pick. We all picked the same shit, right?
Yeah, we're all on Giants.
Go ahead.
Then the next one is, ironically, Arizona at the San Francisco 49ers. So Niners across the board for me on that.
What do you pick, Jason?
I mean, I'll go with your boy, Niners, dog.
All right, cool.
I mean, they had a tough test against the Raiders last week, and Purdy showed that he can be up clutch.
They're too tough of a team now. Those guys really go hard.
All right, LA at Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't trust Baker no more?
He don't trust himself. Shit.
I don't trust that team.
If Trevor Lawrence is his son, so is Baker.
No. Yes.
Or best friend or brother, I don't know.
He's one of my best boys. I do love
He's a Baker lover. I love Baker too, but I mean that's
wasn't to take your time. I'm trying to prove a point here, Jeffrey, and you fucking up my
Seattle across the board. Is that what we're going with?
Savage moment of me holding on to this animosity.
All right, last pick of the game, Monday night, Detroit at Green Bay. Holy shit, have they turned it around? I mean, Aaron Rodgers, you can never count him out. You can never count Aaron Rodgers out.
Okay, so listen.
Except in political conversations.
Okay.
He can be counted out then.
I mean, if he sees the Niners in the playoffs, you might as well count them out.
You know what?
So
when you go back into your community and reach out to one of your heroes.
Whoa.
When you go back into your community and reach out to one of your big homies, your heroes,
Whoa.
somebody you love, I just learned a lesson. Leave them away from you, from where you are now. You son of a bitch. Hey, listen. Okay, I'm taking Green Bay, of course.
Me too.
All the way, right?
I mean, I'm still going to pick Green Bay. I mean,
okay, so now let's get back to it. What do we see from what we got right here? Philly, Giants, Green Bay. What do we really have now? Smart ass. What do we got now?
I think it's Philly and Niners in the NFC Championship game. And I'm a Niners fan, so it's hard for me to predict Super Bowl. I hate doing that, but I think I'm not worried. The NFC does not scare me at all. Giants do not scare me. Philly scares me is the most. Cowboys does not scare me.
Did the Giants quarterback solidify himself as a long-term quarterback for the Giants?
Not yet.
For a franchise quarterback, did he solidify that?
They're in a tough spot because
what,
he's on a
9-6
Am I allowed in your headphones? No.
All right. Normal.
What do we think? What are we saying? Is he not the guy? Is he not a
to me,
franchise quarterback? Just tell me that. I want to know because I'm not telling you. Because I feel that he is. What do you guys feel that he is?
To me,
is he franchise?
He played just well enough to make the Giants make a hard fucking decision. That's what I feel like.
All right. Hold up. No, you do this. Stop. What do you think, Jason?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's decent, but he's definitely not like, let's build around this dude.
It's tough because he's played decent this year, but
Hey, listen. Jeff always gives himself a back door in case shit works out.
I got an exit plan on everything, baby.
He was like, "Oh yeah, when he did this and that," I was like, "No. I need a definitive description."
I stay with an exit plan always.
You always do.
Always.
I respect.
I need to see where I'm sitting. I need to know how to exit.
Fucking
every fucking time.
This motherfucker's 007 for sure. Hey, all right, so let's go.
I'm the king of playing both sides.
You are. You do it.
It's too easy.
That's anything I've ever seen. All right, so let's go. So I'm taking Green Bay, of course.
Yeah, Green Bay. They came through with the second half. Got their asses in position to fucking make the playoffs. And that's always what you got to ask for. You get hot at the right time, and there you go.
Friggin'
Let me ask you guys. So did we get to the Cowboys already or what? Cowboys not playing this week?
Cowboys play Washington.
Yeah.
What do we think about Dak? Is Dak done or what the fuck is going on with Dak Prescott, guys?
I think he's top 15 in the league.
Hey yo, you so full of shit. Here you go again, doing on the bullshit. It's right in the middle. Top 15, nigga. It's right in the fucking middle. What do you mean?
No, the top 15, not the back half of the 15.
Motherfucking top 15 is in the middle.
Top.
Well,
I didn't say he's 15. But
he's in the top 15.
If you're top 15, you're a starter in this league all day long.
Hey, yo.
Right? That's true.
Did you get into fights with kids when you were like in middle school and shit for just being a smart ass? Because I would have fucked you up. I would have ran you down every day.
To be real, I was soft in high school.
Because you fucked me up. Yeah, I wanted to be right, and then you come back with some goofy shit, and I'm like, hey.
That's why he's got me on the show.
Top 15, I do. I love you. Listen. All right, let me ask you this question. Where do we put Dak at this point? Does he go on next season?
Yes.
For the Cowboys, man.
I mean, it's kind of like he was saying with the other dude. Like, he's doing just enough, right? Like, he's not bad enough where you're like, we need to move on from Dak. He keeps showing, he had these moments where it's like, damn, this dude's decent. Like, he could carry us, but then
he's better than Daniel Jones. You agree?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I would agree with that. Top Jones is hitting top 20. I give him 20. He's not the worst.
All right, let me ask y'all something. What y'all think Daniel Jones is gonna be in the next 2 seasons?
I'm telling you, the Giants are in a tough spot. They don't know what the fuck to do because he played.
I'm asking you a goddamn question,
I don't
bro.
know. I can't answer that one because I really don't know. I can't picture another team that he's on, so it's hard for me.
Okay, let me sidebar and just make this a little lighter. Thibodeau's disrespectful fucking.
Oh my God! Did you fucking see that? Wow!
After sacking this motherfucker,
Nick Foles is on the ground, fucking
shaking to his right, and Thibodeau.
Oh my God!
Did you see it, Jason?
Nah.
Holy shit!
Okay, hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit, because when Philadelphia was playing Dallas, and Dallas had that really good comeback and beat them, right? Or whatever happened. I saw what I thought the most disrespectful touchdown celebration was. Smith for the Eagles, they're in Dallas. He scored a touchdown. He went to the Salvation Army bucket, that red bucket that the Cowboys have, right?
He did what?
He came up to it. He masked up, kicked the door down, and stole fucking presents out of that fucking thing. Mimicked
wait
it, right?
wait a minute.
No mask. He just mimicked the fucking mask down, kicked the door down, and grabbed presents out of that fucking Salvation Army thing, and it was like the Grinch, right? Because it was right around Christmas. It was the most savage thing I've ever fucking seen.
That sounds like something Marcus Nestor would have definitely
honestly,
did at somebody's game.
It was dope
That's
as fuck.
me.
He fucking
fire.
It was sick as fuck. And then I saw Thibodeau. Oh my God, doing snow angels while Nick Foles was catching his fucking breath on the floor. I'd never seen anything like it. And then Thibodeau goes to the sideline while the medical staff is still out there and goes to night shit.
Yes.
Oh my! I never. And he's a rookie. He's a rookie.
He don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
I like his charisma.
I've seen that. They were this close as he's doing snow angels on the ground. And Nick
No,
Foles is rolling back and
listen,
forth like.
listen. As he's doing this, Nick Foles is twitching.
Bro, Nick Foles is going back and forth
he's
like
doing this still, legs and everything.
Oh my God.
Yo.
He's gonna get fined.
Mad
Get
disrespectful. You think so?
Yeah.
Bet he don't.
No, they fine players and they don't even let you know
Bet
about
he,
it.
well, I would know. We would know. Dank Dash would know. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? We would know.
Got fined for his little.
You know
really
we would know. I would reach out to the depths that I have to know.
Yo, the twitching part is extremely accurate. Oh my goodness.
Did you saw it? Are you watching it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Hey, I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
On the floor next to him.
Salute to that motherfucker. I liked it.
I love that.
In his defense, I don't think he saw him twitching on the ground. He literally just started doing the snowman after he crushed him.
Right, after the sack, right? Like he didn't. But
Like
it don't look good. He's rolling back and forth like, I can't catch my breath. Oh my God, my shit's done. And these motherfuckers just do snow angels. And then, but then proceeded to go on the sideline and do the night.
Yeah, he did the night on him.
Which
Go
is
sleep,
shout out to
go to sleep.
Shout out to Steph Curry because that's a savage fucking celebration right there. That's that night. Oh,
he made sure.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because that shit was fucking.
Hey, listen, I could not fucking believe that really happened after what we just saw. And I'm like, yo, this dude really lay beside this dude. He really lay beside homeboy and went through all the fucking motions. And then went to the sideline and was like, guess what? I put his ass to sleep. I was like, what do you mean?
Dope. Super dope.
It was fucking dope as hell.
And as a rookie, I love personality in sports. I love personality in sports.
Can we go backwards and talk about Jair balling on motherfucking old boy?
Oh, yeah. He backed up his talk. Backed up his talk at the show. And then he gritted on him.
Listen, when he blocked that pass and hit the gritty on this motherfucker.
You know that shit was like first quarter?
No, I'm just saying. When he hit it, I was like, oh, shit. And then listen, homeboy wasn't no good for the rest of the game. He was knocked off his game. He wasn't no good.
He hit the ref with his helmet.
No, he was mad. He was getting ready to throw his helmet.
On accident.
He didn't hurt him.
No, but he fucking fucked up.
Why would you bring that up? That is such a Karen. That's a Karen roll to the.
If he didn't stop himself, that fucking ref would have
murdered him.
Okay, he might have been out the league, bro. He might have been suspended.
Listen, he was hot, and it shows a lot about him as a. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it showed a lot about him as an athlete.
No. He's emotional. He wants to fucking win. He wants to do good.
He does, and that team did a great job of shutting him down. What do you think about my Green Bay Packers at this point, guys? What do you guys think? I know what I think about your team. I know what I think about your team.
I mean, you got a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Hold up.
Anytime you have
I said as far as what?
As far as just making it to this goddamn playoffs, what you think, motherfucker? What you think? Smart ass.
Next year, sure.
Yep. I mean, they'll probably make it this year, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Because Aaron Rodgers.
Who gonna knock us out? You?
I have to see how it lines up, but I don't know.
If it lines up, do we go jerseys? And you have to wear a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey?
I ain't wearing no fucking Jimmy Garoppolo jersey because I own a fucking Jimmy Garoppolo jersey.
Wait a minute.
Hell no, you ain't. That's a prank if you buy me one of those. I can't wear no Jimmy. He's gonna be on another team next year.
But he helped you get here though, and I predicted that.
He did help us get here, but
in a major way, he was a guy.
I do this every fucking week.
No, I just want to know. I just want to know if we get here, is he going to wear? I'm going to wear Brett Favre. I'm not going to wear Brett Favre. I'm going to wear Aaron Rodgers jersey.
No, you better you're going to make me wear Jimmy G while you wear Aaron Rodgers. You better wear a Jordan Love jersey while I wear a fucking Jimmy G jersey. You can't wear Aaron Rodgers next to a Jimmy G. Like, you make me pick Jimmy G. Why do I got to be Jimmy G?
I would Jordan Love.
No, you wouldn't. You hate that motherfucker.
I don't hate him. I just don't think.
Oh, you see how that feels, huh? You see how that feels?
Listen.
You see how that feels? You hate Jordan Love. You hate
listen.
him. You hate him.
No, here's the difference between me and him. Jordan Love has proven nothing to no one on earth. Jimmy G is not only one of the sexiest motherfuckers you can attract. Let me tell you something about boys. They chase women. Grown ass men we attract, and Jimmy G gets them. Okay,
that's the only thing that Jimmy got, right? Yeah, for sure.
And he wins games. He put San Fran where they are right now. He don't want to admit it. My brother-in-law Jeffrey the Gainer, don't want to admit it either. They hate Jimmy G because he's handsome.
So Jimmy G got us where we're at.
You hate Jimmy because he's handsome.
Brock Purdy has just won.
Jimmy used to date his wife. They used to hang out.
Brock Purdy just won 4 straight games. Jimmy got us where we're at. The system got Jimmy where he's at.
The system didn't even like Jimmy. What are you talking about?
Bro, the system, oh, man.
The system hated him. They wanted him out. They counted him out. And then he came back and became your savior.
No, the system didn't like Trey Lance. And we're happy that Jimmy came back.
So the Shanahans didn't want Trey Lance?
The
Shanahans didn't want Trey Lance over Jimmy G?
I've seen Jimmy's fucking ceiling.
Jeff, I'm asking you a question. The Shanahans didn't want Trey Lance over Jimmy G?
No, he wanted Trey Lance over Jimmy G.
Then it didn't fucking work, bro, and they had to roll with that boy.
The players like Jimmy G because he was already established. He's a player's fucking player. He does his own thing and is really good player, but he's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and I'm sick of fucking seeing it. He oh my God. Jimmy G, we would have had a Super Bowl. We had a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Listen. I love your wife. I just hope she.
Brock Purdy is the answer.
Your wife finally tells you about her and Jimmy's secret relationship that they had that you don't want to tell the rest of us about because you hate him.
Everyone is so blinded by Jimmy's fucking winning record when he is just a system fucking quarterback. When he goes to Houston Texans next year and fucking sucks.
Why would he go to Houston Texans?
Because he's gonna get a bag there. That's why he's going there. He's not a Super Bowl fucking winning.
There's a graveyard. Houston's a graveyard.
Where else is he going? He's not playing with the Niners.
I just don't want him to go there.
Well, he's not.
I like handsome Jimmy.
This has been a year-long debate.
This is first time. This is first time on our show.
No.
I'm sorry, bro.
Y'all.
Brock Purdy we trust.
No.
Brock Purdy we trust right now.
Okay.
Jimmy's gone. Another year, Jimmy's injured. Bro.
We went there and we didn't even know we went there. I'm sorry. Right. I apologize, Jason, because we've done this before.
It's a touchy subject with us.
It is. Okay.
I'd let it happen.
Who you got winning the national championship?
Georgia. We already went through this. We already had our pick.
I know he did. I'm just saying, let's announce it. Tennessee. At this point, who you got winning?
Tennessee?
I'm sorry. TSU.
No, Georgia.
Who you have winning your division right now?
In the NFL?
Yes.
The Niners already did.
I'm saying.
I mean, I like to say the Niners, but that's a homer pick. Like,
I don't want to go through all this shoulder sucking shit.
Niners.
That's just the bullshit I'm talking about. Who you got, homie? In that between that.
In the NFC.
In the NFC.
Ooh. I'm not gonna say Niners. Fuck the Niners. Sorry. But maybe though.
Where'd that come from? Hold on. Where's that energy this whole time?
I don't know. I actually like the Niners, man. I like the Niners.
Me too. That's what I hate about this motherfucker. We all like him. He's the one motherfucker that won't let you completely like his team. That's why I can't stand him. He won't let me like him and his team.
It's just a Jimmy G part. It's just a Jimmy part.
And he just hates Jimmy.
That's fair.
I don't hate Jimmy.
That's all he hates is Jimmy. It's a lie. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Jason.
Jimmy ain't giving no championship, so I can understand.
Jason, but they act like Jason, you're a Commanders fan. You guys come every year. There's no fan like a fucking Redskin fan. And you guys come to war every year with your fist balled, bro. And y'all stay there until you know the fight's over. Him, he's just like, man, Jimmy ain't doing shit for us, man. They think they deserve championship every year.
Our window is now. It's no different than the Pittsburgh Steelers being upset with fucking anything that they got going on, or the New England Patriots. When you are up there with the most Super Bowls, you expect excellence all the time. Mm-hmm. All the time. We don't have to fucking fight in the mud every fucking season.
Mm-hmm.
We're up there.
But I'm saying though, bro. But I'm saying I don't want to get through this because it seems like I'm going long at this. But don't you think that Jimmy's really cool with those guys, and they have fun doing that, and it looks cool when Jimmy's doing it.
Jimmy has a great chemistry with the locker room and players. As far as being a top quarterback, no, he does not. He fucking throws for 2,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 14 picks. Whoop-de fucking do. And you're making $25 million a year. No, and no. We had a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl. He missed fucking Emmanuel Sanders on a wide-open pass to seal the Super Bowl. I've seen his fucking limit. Brock Purdy is honestly the best mix between Trey Lance and Jimmy G. He's a mobile, accurate quarterback. He can move his feet. Jimmy couldn't move his feet. Trey Lance moves his feet too much. Not accurate. Brock Purdy's a perfect fucking fit in for the Shanahan system.
I don't disagree with you.
He's shown that. He's balling. And
I don't disagree.
Jimmy's on another team next year. I hope he gets paid. I
don't disagree with that about Purdy. I like him. I don't disagree.
Do you know who the most famous Mr. Irrelevant is, Jason?
Who?
Ryan Suckup, the kicker for the Titans.
Really?
Yeah, that's the best Mr. Irrelevant in the history.
Hold on. First of all, Jason, I just want you to know that was all over the news. He didn't win no fucking points with that. That was everywhere. Everybody knew Ryan Suckup. Don't try to you pull some shit out your ass, nigga. That ain't nothing. We all knew that shit.
Yeah, I'm just reestablishing it. That it's about somebody's time to take that.
I don't want to agree, but listen, I'm with him on Purdy, and I hate to be with this motherfucker when it comes to saying anything about Jimmy Garoppolo, because I like to party, and I'm handsome.
And Jimmy fucks porn stars, so I can't hate him.
And I've done my fair share of that. I lived in the fucking valley of Los Angeles. No, do you know that Woodland Hills, Calabasas is the porn capital okay? And I've lived there, and let me tell you something. Don't hate on Jimmy for that.
I don't hate on him.
You only wish that you could live the lives that me and Jimmy have lived and went down that road.
I love my fucking wife.
All right. So,
good answer.
I have an exit plan every time.
Fuck.
Slow
this guy
clap.
must forget.
First of all, I was giving you. I was only bragging on myself. I was only bragging on myself at the time.
But you said, you wish I had that life.
You feel love your wife under the table and to make me feel like a bum. Thank God my family's out of town. Okay, I just want to move on real quick.
Lord of mercy.
No, what's your NBA team, Jason?
Set my NBA team?
NBA, yep.
I don't even know, dog. Like, I'm a hometown dude through and through, but I haven't I vaguely liked the Wizards when we had Jordan. That was entertaining. And Gilbert Arenas bringing guns into the damn stadium. I don't know. I guess I've always been a fan of the Lakers. I met Magic Johnson when I was a kid. That shit was hot.
You put
all Lakes over here, homeboy.
You put Magic Johnson in your top 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, top 3. Do you put him top 3?
Ooh. I don't.
Nah.
You know, I go LeBron, Magic.
You saying LeBron number 1?
Yeah, I go LeBron, Magic. That's my squad.
You go Jordan number 1?
No, I was never a big Jordan fan. I really wasn't.
Ooh.
I mean, you recognize Jordan for what he was, but
let's just get it done. So
no. Let me. Can I finish it off?
Yeah.
I'll finish it off. All right, listen. Top 5 NFL players of all time, 1 through 5, right now.
Say NFL.
1 through 5.
Okay.
NFL,
I'm ending this show right here. Listen, I'm ending this show. I've had so much fun. I've been hanging out with my boys. It's a Monday. It's a Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
Tuesday night. It's a Tuesday
Yeah.
night. I've been sipping. I've been doing a bunch of shit. I've been having a great time. And I want to end this conversation with people that I love. And we just been up Dank Dad and talk about sports. Yep. And let me tell you something. We have had the most viewers to tune in and keep their eyes on us for this show. And I'm thankful for everybody. Let's go.
Absolutely. Dude's doing dank that shit.
Just fucking do what we want to do. Top 5, Jason Smith, my brother. Where do we go? Your top 5 NFL all time.
Is this any position?
Yep.
Man, go, man. Top 5 all time player.
Man.
1 through 5.
All right. So number 5, I'll go with defense. Like I was talking to you earlier, Greg Lloyd, that's my man. One of the greatest fucking outside linebackers ever. He was part of the Steel Curtain. Dude was fucking dangerous.
Greg
right?
Lloyd had had fucking
he had the World League
deltoids this big.
Yeah, he had the World League,
and
man.
He had pythons, him and Chad Brown. Go ahead,
So,
I'm with it.
So we're doing favorite or who we think the best top 5?
He's saying his top 5 NFL players of all time.
Well, that's what I'm asking. You going off your favorite?
Well, yes, I mean, he was also a pretty outstanding outside linebacker. But that's why it's hard.
Are these your top 5 all-time NFL top 5 players?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes. Okay. I mean,
how old are you, Jason? How old are you?
44.
All right, let's go.
44.
I'm 43. Let's go.
I'm 33.
Okay. All right. So, youngin. All right. Then I got to go offense. Fucking hell. Jerry Rice. Give shout out to your Niners. Jerry Rice, pretty fucking amazing dude, man. Like,
where's he at though? Is that 5?
That's
4.
Okay, we have 4.
Yeah. 3, I go a quarterback. Ooh, Warren Moon, man. Warren Moon, that dude had crazy yards. He was a running quarterback before running quarterbacks was a thing.
A little culturally emotional, but I give you that.
Nah, man, that dude was sweet, man. I mean,
no, he was, but really, he didn't really do. I mean, what did he do?
He was on the Oilers, dog. What do you expect him to do?
I'm saying you're top
5. All these conversations are hypothetical.
Okay, retrospect. Okay,
and
sorry. And I understood Greg Lloyd because Greg Lloyd is my motherfucking spirit animal. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Would you prefer me to go newer into the realm? Or
no. Go. No. I'll take Warren Moon.
Okay.
I see why you took him. I get it. Go ahead.
All right. Number 2.
Number 3. We're 4. We were 5, 4, 3. Where we at now? 3.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3.
Number 3.
No, he's at 3.
He said Greg Lloyd, Warren Moon,
and Jerry Rice. So you're at number 2.
I thought I was at number 2. All 2. All right.
I'll take Jerry Rice.
I'll go Reggie, the Deacon of defense. That dude was a monster. The head slap, the club, that man.
Just rip and swim.
Dog. When they played, when Green Bay played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and they had that big ass tackle, and Reggie clubbed that man. And the dude just literally moved 3 feet to the side. Like, he never changed his position, but his body just popped up in the air and moved 3 feet to the side. That man was yeah. And then number 1, the most entertaining running back I've ever seen in my life, Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
What you got? And we ended our Dank Dash show on that before I get out of hand.
I'm going to do this based off of love a little bit.
We're going NBA next.
I'm putting 5 at Patrick Willis.
Ooh.
One of my favorite players of all time.
Okay.
I don't know that I can consider him an all-time top 5 player ever, but he's in my top 5.
You can.
Hey, I loved him on Madden.
His speed as a linebacker was unmatched.
You can.
Like 92 speed on Madden.
By far. You can do whatever you want, Patrick, with that name. Let's go.
Now I'm gonna put Jerry Rice up there. Okay. That's at number 4. I think you could argue that he's top 2. I love when players have records that you can't touch.
Right.
That's just hard to me. I love greatness.
Right.
Number 3, I'm speaking on era purposes, Terrell Owens. He was something different for the Niners.
He was something different for the NFL.
NFL in general, and I don't think because of his antics or personality, whatever you want to call it, he doesn't get as much love as he should. Man, that's number 2. Man, it's very difficult. I'm going to probably put Tom Brady because, again, I love greatness.
Yeah.
And I think you have to have a lot of fucking things in order to have the most passing yards in NFL history, to have the most touchdowns in NFL history, to have the most Super Bowls. When you're competing with greats of another sport, you know you're elite. Like, he's not competing against other NFL guys. He's competing against Jordan.
Sure.
And shit like that.
Sure.
And that to me is special. And he might have been bailed out with the system, yada yada, but either way, the dude is amazing. 20 years in, and then
modern time dynasty.
Yes, and then Marcus really put me onto this because I did a lot of research after he talked to me a lot about this. But number one's got to be Deion. To play in a World Series game, which to me baseball is one of the hardest sports to play.
Yeah.
Because a basketball guy and a football guy, you can run routes, you can shoot jumpers, but you give these motherfuckers a baseball bat and they look goofy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you succeed 30% of the time, and that's what the best hitters do in baseball, they succeed 30% of the time. You can play a World Series game and then go play an NFL game in the same week. And Bo Jackson is up there too, but Deion, as far as athlete and just change the game, to me is Deion. Oh, and that's hard for me to say because quarterback is the most important position in all of sports, so it's hard for him to beat out Tom Brady. But two sports like that.
Time.
And then I love him even more, which is what he's doing nowadays. It just fucking shoots it up way high for me. So your turn.
Woo, I'm gonna go LT Reggie White. LT Reggie White. Primetime Deion Sanders is at number 3 for me.
Wow.
Number 2 would have to be my number 2 will probably have to be Terrell Owens. I don't think he gets enough credit.
That's fair.
For how much of a fucking savage.
Savage. And he gives me one of my favorite celebrations. I mean, taking the fans' popcorn and just throwing it in his face, that shit's hard.
So I said Reggie White, LT,
Deion.
That's it, Deion, and T.O. And I only put T.O. in front of Deion because I take that back. Let's put T.O. in number 3, and I'll take Deion out because I think Deion is the greatest athlete of all time. But when I say football players, I think Deion definitely made the impact on football. He could shut down the whole side of the field. But I'm talking about like people who made, crazy changes in football. And Deion was one of those guys, so I got to take him out of there. And T.O. could just fucking wreck a game with a receiving average in the game. Then I have to probably put
your number 1 guy.
I'm gonna say Peyton Manning before I put Deion. Deion's number 1.
Peyton.
Okay.
Peyton Manning was a hell of a fucking mind fucker.
Oh yeah, you just needed off.
Salute to the number 1 mind fucker on planet Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's still a troll to this day. He's still fucking around having fun like that.
Their commercials are great. All right, let's go top 5 basketball and we out. Top 5 basketball players and we out.
Oof. I'm leading off again.
Go, Joe.
Top 5. Number 5.
Oof.
Oh man.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert. Fuck you.
Who would it be?
Number 5. Oh man, I feel like it's easier to work from 1 to 5 than it is 5 to 1.
Agreed.
I think you put Bill Russell in there at number 5, just based on championships and shit like that. Okay.
Where you put Bill Russell at, Jason?
A little lower than 5, but
Oh,
and that's fair. And like I
no, I don't know if that's fair, but go ahead. I'm
a big man guy, dog. Like
I'm not saying that's fair. I love my brother. I love Jason, but I'm not saying that's fair.
Number 4 is Magic Johnson.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Kobe. Number 2 is Jordan. Number 1 is LeBron. LeBron, to me, in the game of basketball, I don't think there's anything close to it. The physical sport, take the NBA out of it, take the stats, take the championships, just playing the game of basketball, I don't think that there's anybody better than LeBron.
Okay, listen. Me and this guy used to have this thing, me and him, where I would have to talk him off the ledge sometimes. Early in the morning in the lunchroom when people were scared of him, they would send me to go get him. Maybe you understand that. Let me say it again. There was times when this guy was on one and people in our lunchroom before school, they were scared to talk to him, but they would send me to go get him. Right or wrong? They were nervous.
Misunderstood. I wasn't very
because listen, there possibly could be a person to come and walk up to him and be like, "Hey, Jason, what's up?" He'd be like, and he would grab him. I'm serious. It was just dumb shit, and he wouldn't get in trouble because guess what? Football was king.
Well, I was also in the National Honor Society, and I did all that shit.
All that. Just the intellectual type of thing. He was Beast. The nigga that hangs upside down on the fucking X-Men shit. He was Beast.
You know what?
This guy was Beast.
I'll take that.
He was Beast his entire 4 years career. He was an intellectual, he was smart, but he ripped your nuts off, okay? But listen, since he went that route, I'm going to go this route.
Do it.
I'm going to go Bill Russell, Magic Johnson. Sorry. Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Shaq. Jordan, LeBron.
I don't think you can go wrong with Shaq.
That's what you got?
I actually like that. I just make one change for
where? In that order though.
Yeah, I would just
Bill
change.
Russell, Shaq.
That's fine. I would just
Bill
change.
Russell, Magic. What I say? Bill Russell, Magic, Shaq.
Magic, Shaq, Jordan, and
LeBron.
I would take out Jordan and put Kobe.
And
no Jordan at all?
Nope.
No Jordan in your top 5. Ooh, that's a hot take.
Hey, yo, I want to say salute to the Dank Dads, man. We just fucking did it.
We appreciate you. We just did our longest show yet. We usually average about 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't even know what we went.
It's probably real fucking late for you over there.
Am I? I don't know, man. I don't know. Was I too lit? Was we too?
No, there ain't no such thing as too lit, Dank Dads.
I know, but I just feel like I was.
Ain't such thing. I mean, you went hard on Carol. I'll give you that, but
you got that right. They ain't gonna never change. You see
some emotions came out. Some emotions came out a little bit.
No, but that's what we're about. We're about raw, organic.
I ain't gonna care about that ever.
Raw and organic. That's what we're fucking built off of,
bro. When they throw me up in the air at the end of my time, and when I'm done, when I'm dead, they're gonna throw me up in the green and gold is gonna do fucking bring it to the air when they throw these ashes up. So that's all it is with me. Salute to the Dank Dads, man. My boy Jason Smith.
Appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate y'all, man.
We are the motherfucking Dank Dads, and we are signing off, my boy.
Sir. Catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Let's go. First episode 2023. Episode 16.